other people aside from ourselves uncomfortable, but okay, let's do this.
Yes.
Yeah. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the InnerCityGeeks podcast. It's Steve here, and this is episode 232. And joining me today, I got Brian.
What's up?
I got Alex. Oh, Alex is on a crazy delay. Crazy delay.
Alex is busy eating like human femurs right now.
Yeah.
Did he say hello?
No, he's good. He did say hello. He said it right at the same time that I was like, oh yeah, he has a crazy delay. That's when it worked out. That's when it came through.
Mhm.
And joining us, you can hear, we got Franny too.
Hello, bitches.
Yeah. Last week we didn't do an episode because, of course, it was Thanksgiving week, and we all had our shit to do. We were all doing a bunch of shit. And yeah, the dog agrees.
Soon as we start.
Yeah. It's fair. It's all good. It happens. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, we were all doing our things on the Thanksgivings and stuff, and yeah, we just didn't really feel like fucking doing anything. And not only just that, but like I also got kind of they made me want to work. Well, not made me want to. I had to work that day on Black Friday. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't record. Also, because I wasn't around.
He was selling his soul to Walmart.
Yeah, the Wally World. Yeah.
So you are now. Well, first off, I was gonna say you are now known to me as Ghost Steve.
Yes. I am Ghost Steve. I am not here. You do not see me. I am just a figment of your imagination.
Well, because he's a true leader, he's Force Ghost Steve.
Yeah. Good ghost.
So, yeah, I mean, things have been good. I've been kind of doing some quarantine research for
Nice.
the upcoming show that I want to do in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
The podcast of bad movies.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
I watched a bunch of real shit.
Yay, shitstorms.
The last one I watched that I talked to you guys about was Welcome to Sudden Death, and there's worse than that, and we'll go into that at another time. But apparently they made a sequel to Inside Man with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, you were telling me that. Yeah, that's right.
It was good. Wasn't great, but it was pretty much a side-by-side of the original.
Mm-hmm.
But the difference between Inside Man 2 versus Welcome to Sudden Death, at least Inside Man 2 referenced Inside Man.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a shot-for-shot movie. There's a couple other things that I started to watch and just gave up on because life.
That makes sense. What's up, El Gordo? How's it going, El Gordo?
666 days of COVID. Yes. COVID, the true number of the beast.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm sorry. I should say COVID-19, the true number of the beast.
It's
But
okay.
yeah. So as for everything else in between, I finished Supernatural.
I heard you were crying like a little bitch.
Oh yeah, there were fans of the show from the beginning.
Right,
so Supernatural started on UPN 9.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't it the WB when they first started?
No, it was UPN 9. It was directly after Jensen Ackles left Smallville.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was on the WB.
Right, but no, it actually went to UPN, and then
Okay,
WB.
and then they moved it. They picked it up over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
WB took it, and then they became CW.
Okay.
So, I only started. I only started the series a year ago, maybe November or whatever of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And it took 2 months to watch between everything.
Of course, there are 18 bazillion episodes.
Right. I mean, so when I finally got through all 14 seasons on Netflix, I was like, I can't wait to see what 15 is going to bring. And then I watched first I got the news that like, oh, this is going to be the final season. I'm like, oh shit, like they're actually ending this. Okay. And so then the first half went up and then COVID hit. And they had to like, do all the quarantine and whatever out in Canada. And so they finally finished wrapping months later.
Mhm.
And it was actually an alternate ending planned than what they actually got. There was a pre-COVID versus what we got, due to like active scheduling and then quarantine.
Right.
Like, but like I watched the first half and I was like, okay, I can't wait for the new half, the final half to come through, and then they resumed filming and I waited for every episode to go through, and then it's like a week between CW and Netflix, and so like I finished it a couple of days ago and I was like, holy shit, like this ended. But it ended where you can technically bring them to something if like
Right.
you go through like if they ever decide to connect it to a CW verse.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, even though they kind of already tied it into Legend in a way.
In a way, but you could always have like, just like anything, you could always have like something from another time period.
Right.
And then really outside of that, I started Agents of Shield from where I left off, like
Okay.
midway, like the beginning of season 6.
Okay, so you're around the same point that I am in that, because like I kind of like lost interest in a way.
So for me, I fell off not because of losing interest, just because lack of torrents.
I used to watch that show up until they found their father, and then their father died again, and then I was like, okay, I have a life. And I just like I don't know, I started like watching other things. I think I lost interest because I never went back to it, and I was kind of fulfilled with that story arc of them searching for their father and finding out what happened to their mother. And once that story was done, I was like, bye.
Yeah, so like I now whenever I put Shield on, it's like I just have it on in the background. Like I don't care if I don't catch half of an episode because I'm busy dealing with the kids.
Yeah,
but
fair.
Other than that, I mean, not really a lot going on.
Okay.
I built cribs while I was home.
Yay, cribs!
Did
you add anything fancy and luxurious in them?
I did. Instead of MTV cribs, it's Bright UJ cribs.
Of course. That's what I was pointing at.
I figured. Yeah, I built 2 cribs, one for me and one for my wife.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's weird is like the last time I really built a crib was when my brother was a baby, and like we're talking like 1990. So
a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago. In a galaxy not too far away. But
in that same house.
Yeah, no, different house. So, and this actually really surprised my mom that cribs no longer have the drop down thing.
They don't
because it's safety.
Because it's not safe to have a drop down.
No,
I wonder why.
None of my cribs in this house had that.
So like
none of them dropped down. We always had to reach in to. They were, I guess, old school, like solid wood. You were not getting out of that prison, and it lasted for 3 children.
Yeah.
That thing was hardcore.
3 generations of Franny.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I had a bassinet. I don't know if I had a crib. I never asked. But like all my other siblings had that giant wooden crib of doom that they still climbed out of.
What do you
they still figure out a way to get out that.
Well, what do you have now? Is that still a crib?
No, it's not an MTV crib. It's a Bronx house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dad joke.
It's a tenement building.
hardcore
It's a
dad
tenement
joke.
building. Yeah.
I
it's
have
all good.
windows. I have windows. I take offense to that.
Yeah,
My room
Windows.
has windows.
I have Windows 98. Now that's a dad joke.
That's a great one, actually. I applaud you for
Cool.
that.
I have Windows 98 Plus, where you go the extra CD that you added. To.
Yep.
Which actually, I think somewhere in this house I still have that. Actual
It has
CD.
to be there. It has to be there. It's only right.
Because I didn't live here in '98. I lived in Brooklyn at the time. But I guarantee somewhere in a box of CDs that CD still exists.
Computers until 2000 had 98 DVDs in them or CDs in them.
It's like back in the day of Gateway.
Yeah.
Which I googled one time to see what happened to Gateway. Apparently now they're Acer.
Yep, they got bought out or whatever, or they just changed their name or some bullshit like that.
Yeah, I still remember going to the Gateway store and going, "Hey, I want to order a computer from you." Okay.
They're like, you gotta order it over the phone. Like, what's the point of having a fucking store here?
You get to see.
They told
what
me
you
that
get.
one.
It's made out of styrofoam, but you get to see what the plastic one looks like when you get it after you order it online or on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
What? I got to deal with a sales rep? Hi, welcome to Gateway. How can I direct your call? I want to buy a fucking computer.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let's transfer you to the store.
Like, you motherfuckers. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so.
Well, thank you, Bray. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're living.
Yay.
I'm glad you're surviving. So let's go with Alex, man. What the fuck is going on, dude?
He's busy eating human femurs.
Probably. Oh, the lag.
I'd rather listen to him crunch on child bones than lag. I don't know about you guys, but I miss the crunchy sound than the lag. I don't know. Should we bring the crunchy sound back?
Yeah, I think we should bring the crunchy.
Let's bring back the crunchy sound. We can handle that.
Can we do the crunchy sound in post?
Oh, so much
Come on,
fun.
Alex. Go back to your crunchy device.
No,
Oh boy.
I just hit random, it lags for you guys too. But I told you earlier, and I'm having a connect
No,
No,
but
he
it
has
was
the bones to pick
smoother.
with
It
you.
was
Yeah.
smoother before you switched.
So
Maybe you should just switch back and we deal
Yeah.
with the crunchy sound.
Yeah, we can deal with the crunchies. And he's
go-
probably not gonna hear this till 5 minutes later when we say this.
He's having.
Oh no, my spotlight died. I lost my lighting.
yeah. No, I mean
You
I
can
mean
hear
I
us?
can hear you guys.
He's.
My little dude died.
She can't
I
show
lost
off
my
her-
nice
her-
lighting that
I
highlighted
can
my
hear you.
makeup.
Aw, boo.
So Alex's lag is pretty much
Okay,
like what,
so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
try to see if I can.
Alex's lag is pretty much like Steve's internet 2 years ago.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, my internet 2 years ago was hot garbage. And yeah, that sucked. It sucked assholes.
Franny, did we ever tell you about when we tried to do the ICG
That sounds
reunion
kinky,
podcast?
Steve. That sounds kinky.
Hey, why not?
The internet was sucking,
Yeah,
but was
it's
also sucking asshole.
yeah, big time.
So-
Big time.
Damn.
So about it might have actually been 3 years ago. We tried doing the
What is it? What wasn't it one of the anniversary shows or some shit like that?
yeah. You had just moved to Florida.
Yeah, so that was like
More-
about 6 years ago.
Oh yeah, it's a while. So 6 years ago. Shit, time just flies.
Yeah.
So we tried doing an anniversary show where we had every single person, past and present, come on board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is so cute. They did that for my indigenous class for the celebration.
Nobody cares.
Holy shit, was it laggy as fuck though? That Zoom was not. It was like Alex's computer.
So
Nice.
it was. We're talking. It was Frank and Evil. It was Wrestler. It was Khalik. It was you and I.
Uh-huh.
It was I think Charlie had a part. Mario had a part.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody was there and
everybody.
they were waiting for me. And every time I came on, it'd be like, bloop, nope, fuck you, Steve.
It's like pretty much going like, because at this point we weren't doing live, we were just doing audio, and it was like, hey Steve, how's the weather out there?
This is back when we were using what was it, Hangouts?
Hangouts by Google.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey Steve, what's the weather like there in Florida? And like, you're just like, you're just waiting to like listen to what he's saying, but you can't hear him.
Yeah,
so it's like you just want to go, great. I'm glad you're not dealing with like hurricanes right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And really,
so, Alex, let's try this again, Alex. What's good, dude?
Steve with his NPR voice.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay, am I better now?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Is it better now or no?
It's kind of better there.
Okay.
It's kind of better, but I still feel like you're. I still kind of feel like you're putting out the creepy monolith in places. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I finished watching that series, the one that I mentioned around when I was away for my celebrating my anniversary. So I was watching Kimono Michi Rise Up. I got to watch the whole series.
Sweet.
And it is, so it is really good. Like, dude, it is a lot better than what I fucking expected.
Okay. That's awesome.
Wrestling and comedy anime. Yeah, wrestling and comedy anime just works perfectly together.
Oh, of course. That's one of the best things ever.
Yeah, and the other thing is it's just I finally got to watch the new series season of Animaniacs, and you were right. It is really good.
Mm-hmm. It's super fun.
It feels like, dude, they never lost a step. Like, it just felt like, even though it felt like just a long pause, and they continued on with the same thing. The only thing that I feel kind of cheated out for is that they mentioned Hello Nurse, but you're never gonna see her again.
Yeah. Just like you're never gonna see all the other characters either.
Dude, remember that one episode that they just briefly showed them, but I don't want to mention what the episode is because no spoilers. And to make you happy, I actually watched another episode of The Mandalorian.
Yeah, Gordo, that's absolutely true. Animaniacs is fire. I fucking loved it.
Yeah. So I finally got to watch another episode of The Mandalorian.
Nice.
And
what do you think? Which one did you watch?
Really?
Yeah, which one?
I wanted to see how from cartoon to live action Ahsoka looked like, and it came out really good. Like, it was a lot better than I expected.
Oh yeah, she was
great.
Rosario Dawson was amazing.
And I have a theory about the name of Baby Yoda, and this will go for spoilers, kind of, if people aren't caught up.
It's all good. Okay,
all right, so
don't drop any spoilers. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay,
it's been a week.
Franny, we talked about this already.
I've been co-parenting. I haven't gotten a chance to see it. I haven't gotten what? Episode 3.
You're killing me, Franny. You're killing me.
Okay, I'll mute. I'll take off my headphones. Okay, and then you thumbs me in when you guys are done talking.
So I'm gonna.
I'm sorry. Take off your headphones. Walk away. Don't come back. You're done. Next.
Dirty as fuck, but okay.
Yeah, Rosario is bae. Yep.
She is bae.
Wait, did I come back? I don't know. I took off my headphones.
Take a walk, sweetie. Take a walk.
Just watch the screen. I'll do the fucking Team America thing when I'm done.
Okay, cool. All right, bye.
Okay.
Rosario Dawson, who's
spoilers.
Cory Booker, but yeah.
Okay,
dude,
so my theory about my theory about Baby Yoda is, and hear me out, it's gonna sound stupid, but think about it. I think, who's the dude that made it, like Kevin Feige, whatever, or no, right? That's the one who's fucking created whatever.
George Lucas, who's the one that created Star Wars.
No, I'm talking about
the one doing the stuff now.
Jon Favreau.
Not just Jon Favreau, but the other dude, fucking David.
But wasn't Jon Favreau that created Baby Yoda?
No,
it wasn't him.
It was
All
I
right.
think it may
Okay,
have
so
been.
whoever. Okay, so who? Okay,
Okay.
so whoever created Baby Yoda, whatever, I say is a big fan of Spaceballs, and they didn't want to directly say that they were
Dave Filoni
because
is the
if you
guy.
think about
Dave
Yeah.
Filoni.
Okay, so I think Dave Filoni or whatever is a huge fan of Spaceballs and did not want to admit it because if you look at the child and the way that he is and all that stuff, remember in Spaceballs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was yogurt, right? And the child's name is Grogu, right?
Okay.
And I was like, no, Grogu, whatever. Is like, no. He wanted to name the kid Gogurt, but he didn't want to make it so obvious that he took it from Spaceballs. So he was just like, no, yeah, Grogu. Yeah. Okay, we'll name him that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because remember,
Wow.
the whole thing about, for the success of this, merchandising. And with the child,
True.
merchandising. So I'm just saying.
Merchandising.
That right there, I might think. Yeah, so,
Toys.
the child,
toys.
the T-shirt. Yeah. Child, the child, the toy. The child, the fucking 20 million Funko Pops. Especially the one of him eating the eggs.
All I know
So, yeah.
is that
I'm telling you.
I'm caught up. I watched.
I have not seen today's episode.
You're in for a wild fucking ride, and you know what? Because it's that good, I'm not even gonna mention who directed it. But you're gonna be like, holy shit, after you watch the episode. I didn't care that we had to like record tonight. I'm like, yeah, I need to watch Mandalorian. But wow. And I was talking to Renee about this earlier, is that this season is a lot faster in pace. And yeah, it's definitely one of the better shows.
Gordo says, by all means, take it from Spaceballs, pay homage and kick back to 2% to Rick Moranis. Yeah, that makes sense. I like it.
But yeah, once you watch the newest episode, Steve, let me know because like holy shit.
Okay.
Like
I might watch it tonight. Or might watch it tomorrow.
It's
before I go to work.
Knowing what's going on in the series, and there's still 3 more episodes to go for the season.
2 more.
Only 2 more, okay. But which that sucks that it's already only 2 more. But seeing what season 2 of this series has brought, like if it continues, and I'm pretty sure it will go down the road that it's going, whatever they have in store for season 3 is going to be even better. Like this, I love 4, 5, and 6, though, but in the orders of 5, 4, and 6. Okay.
Yeah. I agree. Well, I would say 5, 4, and 6. Yep.
The prequels, I like them in the order, and I might get hate for this, but I like them in the order of 2, 3, and 1.
Yeah.
I like 2 more than people like 2.
I agree with you.
Although 1, 2, and 3 really should have been its own film.
Yeah, they could have cut out a whole lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I still remember going to see Phantom Menace in theaters when they tried to make it 3D.
Mm-hmm.
No, but when they tried to make it 3D, when everything
with the extra bright lightsabers.
Yeah, but meanwhile, like my friend and I went to see my friend John, who you met at the wedding. We went to go
the same John that gets announced in every single episode.
Pretty much. So we went to go see Phantom in 3D, and there was really only like one other person in the theater on a weekend, and like when we're like, oh yeah, we're gonna like see like some 3D lightsabers. No, the only thing they made in fucking 3D was the waterfalls in Naboo. I don't care about the fucking waterfalls in Naboo.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody cares about the waterfalls.
Nobody cared about the waterfalls in Naboo in 1999.
Yeah, nobody goes chasing waterfalls anymore.
Oh no.
Not even fucking TLC.
Yeah.
Not even
Not even TLC kid about the waterfalls in Abu.
not even PC anymore.
Not even Michael Keaton in in the other guys.
We're almost there, Freddie. We're almost there.
So basically,
that's what she said. That's what she said. I'm almost there.
Title of your sex tape.
Oh my goodness.
So nobody cared about the waterfalls in Abu in '99, and therefore, like, nobody cared in 2012 when they did that shit in 3D.
Yeah.
And then for the sequels, I like them in the order of 7, 9, 8, because 8 was just bad. But knowing all that and seeing all these movies and being a fan of the universe for so long, like, I was really going, and then Mandalorian came out. I'm like, oh.
It makes up for a lot of shit.
It really does. And, I mean, seriously, Jon Favreau has been doing a lot of work. It's the guy that started the MCU, but basically, like, revived
He completely reignited the MCU.
He gave us a reason to like a character again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So Alex, what else have you been up to? You been good?
Thanks for not queuing me back in, guys.
We just finished. When you put on your headphones, I was like, okay, let's move on to the next thing.
Yay! Being impatient worked out for the first time ever.
For once.
She put her headphones on. She's like, yeah, I'm off this show, guys. All right, bye. And then we went to Alex.
I have nothing else to do. You guys can't get rid of me.
We can, but okay.
You got anything else, Alex? Oh boy.
So, do you guys remember 2 weeks ago where I was like, get a soundboard?
Yeah, basically. Oh boy, so much fun. So I guess let's move on.
Let's just get a screenshot of that.
Yeah.
And get failed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is great. I missed you guys.
Franny, what the fuck is up, Franny? What is going on, Franny? How you been?
Good. I've been actually productive. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at that. The way he froze too is just so hilarious.
Oh, that was so good.
You can do so much with that. Turn that shit into a meme.
Oh man. When you're frozen for hours. Charlie's here. Yay, Charlie.
Yay, Charlie.
I want to give a shout out to my bestie, Brian. He's actually in the chat tonight. Brian that
he's having fun in here. He's having fun in here with us.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Charlie's in the chat too. Charlie's in the chat.
Hey, Charlie.
What's up, dude? That's my favorite version of Alex.
Charlie can go fuck himself.
Yay, he's back! We got the crunchy over the lag. Yeah.
My fucking
I don't know what it is, man. Like, for whatever reason, when it comes to my PC, I may have to either try to invest into it, like a newer one.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, it was working fine a while back, and out of nowhere, it just decided to be a bitch.
That sounds like my dating life. It was working. It was working a while back, and I woke up one day and it was a bitch.
It just decided to go. It started to go. Fuck this nonsense. I don't need to deal with you right now.
Wow. All I know is that I laughed so hard that my rib cage hurts.
And I want to turn that look you have, that frozen look, into a meme. It's so funny. I could do so many things with it. You have to send me that. It's in
the notes.
I have no idea what that means.
When my aviation
notes.
Where can I find these notes?
The notes that I send every week with every episode stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know what that is. Okay.
Okay, so yeah.
The face
Is
you
this
make
still
when
my
my
turn,
aviation
or
gin
we're going
runs
back
out.
to Alex?
Yeah, go back to Alex so that way
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
finish up.
Rewind.
No, I saying I love that we mentioned Star Wars and Brian decided to go into a fucking monologue / inspirational speech.
About how amazing Mandalorian is? Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
know.
Brian has a very good
so-
Brian the chat Brian.
Mandalorian is so good. I made a song called Space Boobs that, Charlie should go look at because it's really funny.
Yeah.
Space Boobs is pretty funny.
Get in trouble with his missus.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have strong stern talk with Alex's provider.
Yeah. No, because like I don't know if you remember, but in the beginning, everything was fine. Like for a few
In the
weeks.
beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning. So then now, for whatever reason, right, that's when it decided to just start crapping out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the stuff. I did a refresh, everything. I closed out whatever needed to be closed out, and then it starts working out fine. And then out of nowhere, it starts going.
And it's not working out fine.
Yeah, like it starts working all right, and then it just decides to go
fuck you.
I'm tired.
Yeah. It's all
but
good.
yeah.
It's all good. You're here now.
Yeah.
That's the important part.
Thank you. So yeah, so I mean the thing is this, dude, it's just the only reason why I decided to watch that second episode of Mandalorian was because everyone going crazy. Oh, they said the name of the child. They said the name of the child. So I was just like, and then the other part. Oh my God, Ahsoka's amazing. Ahsoka's amazing. So I was like, you know what? Let me watch it, and it actually wasn't bad.
Well, yeah.
But I'm still not 100% confident in the Star Wars franchise because like I said, episode 1 is so fucking disgusting that it deterred me from Star Wars in general.
That's your fault for watching in the wrong order, but it's okay.
Well,
dude,
I understand film trauma. Trust me. I was scarred for the last 2 installments of Jedi. Okay, fucking permanently traumatized. Okay, you want to talk about triggers?
Yeah, like you hear Clone Wars and you're talking about, oh my God, are we talking about the cartoon or live action? Cartoon or live action? All right, well we'll refer to the cartoon. Okay, but the whole thing was this, which is I just wanted to see the transition, and actually Rosario, like the character and the way she played it, came out very well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it basically showed. Okay, no more spoilers. No more spoilers.
All right. I'm not really gonna get into it like that or whatever, but that and the whole announcement of the child's name was just like, okay, I was like, that's how you know when a series has some kind of potential when you don't even watch, and just because.
It's okay, Charlie. You don't need to be a fan. I hate Hereditary with a passion. And apparently there's a fan base for that. So I'm right there with you, buddy. The odd man out. The Last Jedi was garbage. That's one of the movies that traumatized me, Charlie. That's one that scarred me permanently.
Oh my God, your fucking Franny has PTSD Star Wars.
Oh my God, that green milk. How dare they fuck up green milk for me? That scene gave me nightmares.
That's one thing I've always wanted.
It's supposed to be eggs and ham.
Yeah, I've always wanted green milk.
The installment after that one, it was so bad. I did Coke so I could forget that it even happened. Okay, that's how bad it was. I had to bring out the strong stuff, the forget me lines. The forget me pills, the forget me lines. As a
milk drinker, if your milk is green, maybe don't drink it.
Yeah, that's always been my it's always been my thought process. Like, yeah, if it's green, it's not.
If
it's coming out of a tit of a creature like that, maybe you shouldn't be drinking it either.
I was gonna joke.
It's space milk.
The only way that the milk could be green and is actually still good, and is a throwback. If you had the old school Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal that changed milk green.
Yes.
And there you go.
That was a thing. I missed out on that. I did not know that was a thing.
Yes,
that was 100% a thing.
Yes.
It that and Ghostbusters High C Ecto Cooler were 100% a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. We keep showing our age. Hold on. Let me check that out. Wow.
That's hilarious. Sounds like an inner city problem. Yeah, green milk sounds like an inner city problem.
What makes me laugh is Charlie moves into Midtown and then he feels like high shit. But yeah, it was like, Charlie, you've been drinking the green milk and getting that. Yes, the high C in a can. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
High
like,
C in a-
Charlie, you back in the day or whatever, you getting that brick fucking cheese to make from the line.
From
Isn't
what?
that called government
and
cheese?
working in the city. That's what you
Wasn't that
decide,
called
like, oh, I'm
government
gonna eat
cheese?
this.
I remember
Yep.
that reference. That big giant yellow block of cheese was called government cheese, and you
Yes,
waited on
which
that
made
early
the
morning
best
line
grilled
for that
cheese.
shit.
Yeah.
Along with your paper money.
So the high C in a can was to rival Hawaiian Punch, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Mhm.
have
Yes.
no idea what you guys
Good.
are referencing
Wow. Okay.
at all.
So
I guess with anything, whatever. Franny's one of those we gotta show pictures. Do you remember this? No. Do you remember this? That's the thing.
We gotta
I
show-
literally heard the song all by herself. Where you guys go on tangents of things
Fran-
I have no idea of.
Franny's so young.
It's the problems of being a youngin.
Franny's so young. We got to show her like a pop-up book.
She's
And
the
I'd
only.
be so entertained by that.
Wait. She's the only youngin that wasn't chopped up by Anakin.
By who?
By Anakin.
Ooh,
Oh.
that went.
Well,
Oh.
when I took the Jedi
Yes.
test, I am a Sith. Okay, I am part of the dark side, my friends. So I'm so sorry. That's why he didn't kill me.
Yeah, don't worry. With all this mention of all this stuff, she doesn't know she's gonna sip her pants. Whatever.
Oh.
I'm gonna what? My pants? I
You're
heard my
gonna sip your
pants. What?
You're gonna
Yes.
sith your pants.
Your pants.
I'm gonna Sith my pants.
Yeah, that's what he
That
said.
sounds naughty. I know that's supposed to sound like gross, but my mind
Oh
went
my god, that's
to
this episode now. Sip my pants.
It
party,
is if you're
pants party. It's gonna be a party in my pants.
Wow.
sifting one's pants is naughty if you're into that kind of like 2 girls 1 cup kind of kink.
Oh, so you mean shitting my pants? I was
Yes.
thinking like the whole snake thing, But see, two different, two different,
Yeah, like
two different pages, same book. No,
Still naughty shit that shouldn't be going in your pants. That's
Yes. Pretty much.
No. So yeah, this has been fun.
okay. Yeah, this is very interesting.
The other good thing
I'm
is,
only 25.
also, the other good thing is I
Only.
did keep on to my word of saying that I was gonna start working on artwork again.
Uh-huh.
So I did some artwork for Franny for personal project that she asked for.
Okay.
So if
Yeah.
she wants to announce it's on her.
When I get my chance to speak, I might.
Okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness!
we still haven't gotten there yet.
Hold on. I feel
But
honored.
I'm just teasing, Alex.
I love that, Brian. I love that. Order 66 in your pants. Yep.
That's when it come out of nowhere. Is that to go or to stay?
and then Charlie adds this. Did you draw her like the French girls?
Yes, and then in the background you hear fucking what's her face thing?
Celine Dion in the background.
Yeah, Celine.
Titanic? Ew.
No, she sang the
No.
Deadpool song. Fuck that Titanic.
I am literally covered in gore. Okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Aside
great.
from massacring someone.
All right, fine. Shit, yes, one of the French girls while she was singing a song from Deadpool 2.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, I like that. Ryan
Yeah, you see,
Reynolds
look.
was mentioned.
So,
Ryan
so-
Reynolds.
But dude, that was actually
Horsey.
good to start doing some artwork or whatever again. I am actually working on some other things too. But it's just as of right now, it was a nice start to get back into my artwork. So
Awesome. Yeah, she had the total eclipse of the heart.
and then the final thing was that I have been I've been playing games on the Switch or whatever. So I finally got to play as fucking Rambo. And
Ooh.
Ooh, nice.
that?
How epic was that?
oh, dude, you know what really gets me? Every DLC character of any kind of movie franchise thing or whatever they add there has like one weird looking fucking kick. And what made me laugh was someone actually went online and put like pictures of comparisons. Every fucking person doing that weird kick, and it's just like, so what is it? Every epic fucking monster or person from live action movies is like, yeah, they're gonna have a weird positioned kick because that's just that's how they roll.
Gordo's asking if the gameplay fluid.
For the Switch, I mean, it's not as good as it would be on the PlayStation or Xbox, but for the portability purposes or whatever, it's fucking awesome. Like it's it's for what it's worth, it's fun. Like it's really fun to play.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's I guess they're right. It's nice enough.
It's nice. Yeah.
Enough. But yeah, so and then the other thing, I don't know if I mentioned last week, but I also picked up the latest Seven Dust album. That is a really good album, and I thank Charlie for.
Yeah, the new Seven Dust albums are really, really damn good.
Yeah, and I just I gave it like I just let it play like once over just to kind of initially just to listen to it, and then I was like, all right, I like it, and then I played it again, and it was
it's fantastic.
Brian, for the most part, when it comes to Rambo, he plays all right. There's certain moves that are just like a little. I'm not gonna say like a little off, but it for what it's worth, it's like good to have him there. But one or two moves are just kind of like bullshit, and it's fucking Mortal Kombat.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, oh my god, dude! So just like I said, getting back into artwork and stuff was like a good refresh, and I thank Franny for just kind of like giving me the suicidal push, if you will.
A suicidal push?
Like just do it,
Okay.
That sounds very aggressive.
Yeah, it sounds
Franny,
just a little.
I don't remember threatening you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Franny. You went. I need your help with something. What is it? Fuck it, I need you to help me with a project. Like, what kind of project? Right? Stuff. And I was like, what if I don't want it? You're gonna. And I was like, all right, fine, whatever.
Why do I sound like a beefy man?
Because when you get angry and aggressive, you just get that
you turn green.
Your she
I
balls,
turn green.
Your she balls just show up more.
My balls drop. My balls drop.
Your she balls drop considerably. It'd be like, hey, Franny, how's it going? Ryan Reynolds, do me some artwork. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think the episode, the name of the title episode is gonna be Turning Green again.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you know what's crazy? You can't see it because, like I said, my spotlight turned off, but my eyeshadow is different shades of green.
Oh, look at you! Look at you being all fancy.
So yeah,
I try. I don't get out. I don't get out. I don't go out much.
We got you.
I don't do things like used to.
It's
yeah,
green
pretty much.
milk.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Mr. Beefy. Wow, I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Oh my
I
God,
poop on you, right? Right? That's Mr. Beefy, and I poop on you. Right? Is that the right reference?
I have
no. Mr. Beefy was fucking from Little Nicky or whatever.
Oh yeah.
In your mouth.
And yeah, let that meat go down your throat hole.
Yeah. Good. Don't choke on it.
I completely forget about Little Nicky.
Oh, now I'm having flashbacks. Mr. Beefy, Mr. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I completely forgot about Mr. Nicky. Oh, Little Nicky.
Little Nicky is actually my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites too. I just completely forgot about that shit. Because like that like it for me, like a lot of those Adam Sandler movies kind of blend in together. Even fucking like 8 Crazy Nights, they all blend in together to be kind of like the same thing after a while.
I'm just saying it all comes from fucking Happy Madison, which
yeah,
even the fucking the new one or whatever, Halloween Hubie or whatever.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie.
To be honest with you, whatever, I didn't think it was that bad.
I swear to God, I got dumber.
Because I thought like anything was better than fucking Jack and Jill. Jack and Jill still like, I have PTSD with that shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Release the evil? Is he talking about me?
No.
That's what they said to Little Nicky.
No, you gotta come out nowhere like Little Nicky. Release the good.
I haven't seen that in so long.
Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
Yeah. All right.
Copyright infringement. Yay.
Glad to hear that you're not that your internet is actually working at the moment, Alex.
Yeah.
So let's go to Franny.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And I get 15 minutes.
Yeah. You
Let me
get some
be
time.
quick with it. Let me be quick. Let me see what I've been doing. So I finished off my bottle of gin, which I've had for a while, but I finished that, and now I have only one more bottle left.
Damn,
and
dude.
I'm so scared to open it because I don't know when I'm gonna get another bottle. So there's that.
Eventually, one day.
Dear Santa.
Right. Yeah. Dear Santa, if I wake up to that under my tiny, sad Charlie Brown tree, then I would be ecstatic.
It's a Christmas miracle.
I can day drink.
Wow.
I'm getting slosh for Christmas. Thank you, Santa.
That sounds great.
Yeah, sloppy.
But actually, I have been actually working on projects like Alex stated. Oh, before I move on with that, I want to show you guys an epic fail that I did. I wanted to be festive, and I did this.
That was the best epic fail ever.
Look at that.
You're
My Christmas lights.
For those that are listening, can you explain what?
Okay. So like where my camera is, you can't see my Christmas lights. I literally have to point my webcam at my ceiling, even though I did drop the Christmas lights on hooks that I thought would drop behind me really festive and beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're literally like, how many feet is that? Like 6 feet?
Yeah, they're
like
almost
6
at
inches?
the ceiling.
6 inches?
Yeah,
No,
they're like a good foot away from your head.
They're up there. They're pretty far.
Yeah.
Franny's gonna keep jumping up and down just to be on camera. Look at my Christmas lights. Yeah.
So
an epic fail
so two epic fails in one episode. Yay, winning. That should get a life like achievement. Like sometimes I wish like life was like a video game. Yeah. And every time like you pass a level or achieve something, you got a little pop up. Like in The New Guy with Ryan Reynolds. You know, just like you just like just got a little win, a little life trophy.
Or like in the original fucking what was it, Mortal Kombat? And he was like, Toasty.
Oh,
yeah.
Whoopsie. Oh my god. I'm waiting for them to bring that back. Because I loved that when that
if you play the
little guy came out.
If you play a stage of tournament,
mm-hmm.
It does that. If you do an uppercut, it randomly does that in tournament.
Really?
That background stage, the one where it has the arcades, like the arcade machines.
Oh.
Fight in that stage, and it pops up.
Nice.
Okay.
Franny gets a gold star.
Thank you. Someone acknowledged my fail.
And then if she fucks up, they're gonna take away the star. No, I'm a good noodle.
But I wipe my own ass.
I've definitely achieved that a long time ago.
Yeah. We hope so.
Anyway, I've been actually brainstorming and working on new projects. Since I dropped that YouTube video, I now have to be a little, consistent with what I put out. So I'm working on a Macabre Monday series where I just review horror movies and talk about anything horror related.
Okay.
And put it out at least every Monday or every other Monday, because sometimes life happens and life really doesn't give a fuck what your plan is. So, but the goal is every Monday. And I finished recording one. I just need to edit it. I have another one waiting in the wings. I'm not exactly sure what my other 2 Monday videos are going to be, but I definitely know what I'm doing next month in January. And I'm really, really excited about it. I have a new obsession, and that's Matthew Lillard. I feel like he is underappreciated. So I'm thinking of dedicating the whole month of January Macabre Monday to Matthew Lillard and talking about all his horror movies for like those 4 or 5 Mondays. I'm not exactly sure how many Mondays are in January.
Okay.
But you get the idea. He would be like the main movies that I want to focus on.
Nice. Sweet.
Thank you. I did want to start off in November, but I'm kind of excited now that December, the first Monday of December, I'm actually going to have a video ready to go. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to take this.
They're ready, does.
Oh my God. Like, yes. And like,
he only uses 1% of his strength. You're right.
And that made me think about another thing that I was going to mention like later on, but I'll mention it now because that's a good segue. Matthew Lillard has re-upped on his D&D that he has, and I finally got the name of it, and it's called Beatles and Grimms.
Okay.
And I found his website. You guys should Google it. I don't know if we could like link it later somewhere.
What is it, like MatthewLillard.com?
No, it's Beatles Grimm.
Okay.
But what's funny enough, it starts up saying, "I'm Matthew Lillard. You might have seen me in these movies."
Nice.
And then he starts talking about like what his D&D world is about.
Beatles and Grimm?
Beatles Grimm.
Okay.
BEADLE.
Yeah, Beetle and Grimms.
And Grimms.
Beetle and Grimms, yeah.
You found him?
Yep, cool. I found it.
Which I'm excited to look into because I'm a huge D&D dork. I haven't played it in a long time, so to have a new concept to dive into for me is just personally exciting. And it just happens to be Matthew Lillard. Look at that. He is literally the king of geeks. Like, there's Matthew Lillard and then there's Ryan Reynolds, okay? Because he took the extra step and created a whole universe with D&D and cards. It's like Magic had a baby with D&D, and it just like gets my geeky senses tingling. Like, whoa!
Right. See, but the thing is, like, he's not the only one that has done things like this. He's the one that's
only one that I know about.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of people that's done stuff as far as like, you know, the D&D stuff. That's like
Brian
famous. That's been, yeah.
Who?
Another comedian. This is actually some really cool shit they had on there.
Oh yeah, so boss. But he's been sold out. I mentioned this in like an older video when he started off and kept telling you guys that his stuff was sold out, and I wanted to start with his smaller pack. But now he re-upped and he's on my radar. And I was thinking, because I'm doing this whole macabre thing, I should really focus on him because he really doesn't get the appreciation that he deserves. And he's done more than just horror. You know,
this thing is not that cheap.
No, of course not.
Yeah, it's $175. Yeah, they could stay there.
Dude, every book for D&D, like, you know, especially now,
is expensive.
Like $40.
Is expensive.
Let's say, for example, if you want to get like the Dungeon Master's handbook or whatever, stuff like that, that's like $45. You want to get the player's handbook, like 40 some bucks, right? Like, you're lucky if you get like, you know, cheapy dice, and even with that or whatever, it's just like they'll, you know, you go to any store that does like tabletop games and things like that, like, you don't want those dice. It's like, of course, because you want to sell shit.
Yeah, I've personally never played it. I've always wanted to, but it's never really had a chance to.
The reason I guess I didn't mention how shocking the price may be to people is kind of like what Alex said. I'm used to D&D items costing that much.
Right.
You know, and like his are like a kit. They come with like extra things, not just the book. You know,
I'm sure. Well, that's
no, but I forgot to throw in that, like, you know, the little disclaimer.
Yeah. That's kind of how it is with like the Warhammer stuff. The Warhammer stuff, like I just got Ash some stuff for his birthday, and that stuff usually costs a grip for, you know, just for like little figures.
Oh so, my God! I actually that I just had like a flashback of trauma. I was like talking to a guy who liked Warhammer, and he thought because I like D&D and Magic, I would like Warhammer, and I did it. Yeah, it's different. So me being me, I would make fun of it whenever he like tried to get me to interact and play, and he was such that he got his feelings hurt, and I was just doing it to be silly, and he took it like, oh, and I was like, okay, I can't play with you. I can't play with you. You apparently don't get me.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's kind of like the whole Marvel DC thing. They don't really go together.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, you have to choose your battles.
And I told him, I was like, let's play D&D. I have D&D books. And he's like, no, play Warhammer. I'm like, that is so not the same. And you don't like any of my jokes.
It's not the same.
And I'm not going to sit there and miss out on opportunity.
Dude, I used to get like jealous whenever you had certain friends that would have like the little figures and stuff. Because I was just saying, like, as a budget DM, that I would have to borrow my friends' books. Like, and let's say if I was doing like a campaign, I would like make photocopies of like monsters I'm gonna use in the adventure. So so I can have.
You gotta draw out your own monster.
Actually, they have a page they had a page in the old Monsters Manual. You can do that.
Yeah, and then you and then they had the slots, so you didn't have to like try too hard to think of like what were their hit points, what were their attack points. It was all set up for you. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, and that right there, whatever, was really fun, right? But then, if you want to like, oh man, then like, what do you have for the next campaign? It's like, well, you're gonna have to wait. During that week, you just borrow the book. Like, hopefully, you can borrow the book from the friend. Copy more like low-level monsters you can have in the dungeon for next time.
Yeah,
because I mean, like I said, those books were expensive, man, and especially like I said, as a budget DM, it really was kind of hard.
Right, which I learned too, because I got into it thanks to Alex, and when I got into it, I was still a kid. So I learned the hard way.
You mean you're an adult now?
I'm an adult now.
Finally,
I am.
She was like, "Yeah, I got the space beams to prove it."
I am. I mean, I don't know. I rather party all day and sleep, all day and be up all night. So I don't know if I'm a full-blown adult thanks to 2020. I don't know. Haven't done it in a while. 9 months. Solid.
Winning.
Mm-hmm. And
uh-oh.
No, I'm happy. I don't anymore. I just am. Anyway, back to what I was saying. That was my idea.
Oh, very cool.
To do that, to give him, homage especially in horror, because he's in a lot of classic horror movies.
Absolutely.
And as far as I'm concerned, they're all good. He is like the best thing in some of them. So I'm really, really excited for that. I'm hoping that we could do some more stuff with my podcast. I have some ideas where I want to link my YouTube videos and do like another part 2 with the podcast, expanding on my video on my YouTube channel and kind of like interweaving that together.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that. So my brain is actually working creatively.
Yeah. The pandemic is making us into better alcoholics. Yeah.
Yes, I used to black out when I drink wine. Now I'm totally fine. I don't even wake up with a hangover.
Totally.
Winning.
Like
so
totes.
Winning.
Like totes sober.
Alcoholics are quitters. They go to meetings. We're drunks, goddammit.
Yeah. What else? I watched Animaniacs also. Yay! Love it. And fun story, my mom watched it with me. Thanks. And the first episode got my mom emotional because it reminded her so hardcore about us when we were kids. And when Animaniacs first came out, do not try to do the math. Okay, don't do the math.
No, we already know. We already know, so it's okay.
I'm talking to people who are listening. My age is a mystery. Okay. Anyway,
completely. Yeah.
So
huge mystery.
So that's how great the new Animaniacs, in my opinion, is. That my mom was literally transformed back in time, and I was watching it with my niece, who fell madly in love with Pinky and the Brain. I really thought she was gonna like connect to Dot But no, she likes Pinky and the Brain.
Nice.
And I loved the song that Yakko did about remakes because it was me. He channeled me, but he did it in such a nice way. I'm more aggressive, and he like did it so great and creatively. Right, I'm like the fucking little chihuahuas on your. But he channeled his rage properly, and I seriously appreciated that. And the rest of it, I truly enjoyed. Just like Alex kind of said, I'm kind of sad knowing that certain people aren't coming back, but I give them mad respect that they tell us in the first season, you know, so they literally did not skip a beat, and I'm extremely happy about that because I was absolutely frustrated with DuckTales, and you guys know that. Absolutely frustrated with DuckTales. So to have
you've made it very, very, very well known.
Right, in that episode about DuckTales. And I am so excited that this was done the way I always would want a reboot. You know, Animaniacs is the cartoon reboot that I've always wanted, that I feel every cartoon should have. A reboot with fucking respect. Why is that a lot to ask for these days? Oh, because Disney owns most of them and Disney's getting lazy. And that's pretty much it. That's what I got.
Very cool. Very fucking cool.
Thank you.
Glad to see you're doing well.
Right, I'm being creative. So that actually, like, it feels so good because you guys know on a personal level, I've been trying really hard just to even tap into that. And now I feel like it's gelling, which is what I've been waiting for a while to happen. So I'm really, really, really excited.
Yeah, but just know, like, I don't think they're ready for that jelly.
Oh, well, they have no choice. I'm gonna shove it down their throats like the Warner Brothers. The Warner Brothers. Just serve the jelly and you like it. Because my jelly tastes good.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess that leads to me. The fuck am I been up to?
Wait! I forgot.
What the fuck did you forget now?
I forgot to mention that Ryan Reynolds. He took his amazing marketing team and did a commercial for Match.com.
Yes,
which I thought was
fantastic commercial.
Mind blowing. He and because of his advertisement for Deadpool was so phenomenal. I wanted to dabble in marketing because I was like, oh my god, I could be that creative. Because he made it look like you could do anything, you know, especially in the funny realm of like pushing the envelope in commercials. It doesn't have to be a bland, in your face, what am I watching commercial. It could literally be creative as fuck and a story at that, and then still sell the product. And the fact that they like hired him, I don't know what the story is behind the fact that they got him and his creative team to do the marketing for Match.
They just paid them. He's like, here, have my money. Well,
they were like, here, Ryan Reynolds, make us a commercial.
That's how you hire people.
That is genius. So my life goal now is to get so good that Ryan Reynolds hires me for his creative team.
Nice. Okay, that's fair.
I love your gin and I love Deadpool. Yes, you're hired.
No, I'm actually
exactly
creative. Don't undermine me.
We're not undermining you.
He said I just like gin and Deadpool, which is true. This is true. It's totally true. I might have to tone down my fangirlism for that job, which I think I can.
Just a wee bit.
Because I don't think I'm going to be seeing him. I don't think he's literally sitting in those marketing meetings. If he is, I might have a problem.
Well, I mean, in the beginning with aviation, like he actually had an out of office reply. Like you can email Ryan at whatever his email at aviationgin.com and like you would get like the out of office reply.
Well, then with that said, I would have to literally pull like something about Mary and like relieve myself before entering the meeting so I could be like on a business level and just see him as a dude,
Yeah,
see him as
just
my boss.
make sure you have your own gel before you go into the office.
Well, that doesn't happen for
It's
me.
something about Mary, it does.
Yeah, but that was a dude relieving himself, not a girl. So I would
It's
do
doable.
what
It
Stiller
happens.
did. Really? Girls that could end up with it in their hair?
It could.
Impressive. Impressive.
Because Steve is a
Impressive.
magician.
So
But-
anyway,
But yeah,
I'm-
like Franny lives in the Bronx. I mean, I'm sure it's bound to be a thing.
Steve, after
Well,
he
not
does
for
that,
me.
he just goes.
and does it project up into my hair. But anyway, moving on. The commercial didn't just have a really creative story. He
Moving on,
actually did a devil's concept that wasn't just any devil. It was a Tim Curry devil, which would actually relate to people who would be on Match.com
There would be a whole bunch of devils.
because they've seen Legend. Like when I saw that devil, I was like, oh my God, because I know what it took for Tim Curry to put that makeup on. Those horns are like, what? I lost it. I literally had a geekgasm just seeing the devil come into frame and go, oh no, he did not. And then he had to meet 2020. And then there's a part 2, which is the other commercial that's part of the story.
That's the one where they're sitting on the couch.
Yeah, talking about 2021 and how basic she might be.
She looks familiar too.
And the filter that he used to find her, like, oh my God, I want to be a part of that team. I really do. And that is the last thing that I had to share.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. That's just for me. Like, I really haven't been doing shit other than fucking working. But actually, I got to watch. I started watching the latest season of Killing Eve, which is a great fucking show. I should
I want to watch that.
It is fucking insanely good.
What is that?
It's kind of like Luther and shit in a way. Have you guys watched Luther? Well, have you watched Luther, Franny? I know, Brian, you've watched it. It's basically like a murder, it's kind of like a murder mystery. Like a detective is basically trying to figure out who did something, but they know who's done it for the longest, but they just can't catch the person. It's fucking good. It's insanely good. The acting is fucking great, and the storyline is absolutely amazing. And being that it's made it to 3 seasons, it's like, eesh, so good. There's so much good shit in it. I'm like about halfway through the 3rd season, and I'm like, I don't want this to be over.
And where is that streaming?
At the moment, it is on Hulu. All 3 seasons are on Hulu.
I'll check that out. I'm still addicted to Jack Bauer on Hulu.
Okay.
And now I finally understand what you were talking about with the twists. Because I guess now, like, I've been watching it for 4 seasons, and now I'm noticing.
24.
Yeah, with Jack Bauer. Sorry, 24 for those who are listening. But now I understand what you guys are talking about, where my mom even said it with this 4th season. She was like, I'm starting to get bored. She's like, I can figure out what they're gonna do next. And I was like, no, it lasted 8 seasons. This can't start happening now. I was like, the guys warned me that it gets really twisty. And I was like, what twist are you talking about? And now I see it.
Like, honestly, with that show, the show was good. I didn't watch the one where he was like in the UK, which was the reboot or whatever. But I did watch the one with the actor who played Heath on The Walking Dead. So like completely new story, and that was good. But unfortunately, it was only 1 season. They were like, no, yeah.
Right, like my mom honestly wants to stop now at season 4 because the whole original team has been killed off except one character.
Yeah.
And she's seeing the repetitiveness of the story archive structure.
Did you get? Have you gone through the Almeida story arc yet?
Yeah, he died.
Have you seen anything else since that?
No, that's where we're at. He died. His wife died. Jack is back from the dead, and like his life is garbage. And my mom is like,
you hate to say it, but you gotta keep watching.
Oh well, as long as you don't say what I'm going to see is repetitive garbage, I feel a little bit better. But because like I know you guys warned me, you were like, oh my god, that show is full of nothing but twists.
I'll be watching the series once. I can't say I warn you, but at the same point, I say you've made it this far. Don't stop. And like, especially if you're like me and you just got to complete it. Like,
no, I can't. I have no problem not committing.
Yeah. See, for me,
I agree.
For me, like, despite
With
The
what,
Walking Dead,
or not committing, Steve?
Not finishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like, for me, it's like The Walking Dead has gone completely no.
Oh my god! I love
I've stopped watching
when they killed off Maggie's sister. I stopped and then I tuned back in just to watch. Oh my god! I forgot his name. The really amazing Asian dude, Glenn. There you go, Glenn guy. Because I had to show respect to one of my favorite characters of the entire beginning of the show. The one that was the first hero in that entire franchise was Glenn. He saved them. So I had to pay homage and see him die. But after that, all I watched was that episode.
Yeah, I stopped watching after Carl. After Carl died, I was like,
Carl died, you stopped? Yeah. Oh, yep. I stopped watching after this chick's sister died in the asylum.
Yeah.
And then I was like, see, I'm the kind of zombie. I realized there's two zombie fans. There's the kinds that like the zombies being involved in the story plot, and then there's the kind that like the apocalyptic story arc of people being fucked up human beings and you surviving.
Yeah. He did get murked in the most accurate way. Yep.
I'm the kind of person that needs zombies continuously in my story arc. I don't care about those fucked up human beings. I want zombies in there just as dominant as those human characters. That's why I prefer Z Nation over The Walking Dead, because they put both of them in there.
Okay.
Steve. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm kind of done with zombie shows. Like after watching The Walking Dead, I was like, yeah, whatever.
The Walking Dead could seriously leave a poopy taste in your mouth after a while. Yeah. It really could, and
it did for me.
You know what you need to do? Do me a favor. A cute like scientific film project. Z Nation is on Netflix.
Okay.
Watch the first 2 episodes and then tell me how you feel about it. And we should talk about it on my podcast. Let that be like the episode like next week. Because I'm, like you're done with them, and so was I until I found that show. So I would love to see your reaction and your thoughts.
That leads me to my next point. Something that I've kind of wanted to get into is wrestling. Like, I gave a shit about wrestling for a while because, of course, the WWBE or the WF or whatever, kind of like, whatever.
WW ABCDEFG.
Yeah. And
I left during the Jericho list. That was like my favorite. So the last thing I saw in wrestling was when The Undertaker was resurrected. Then they came
for
back
the 18th time.
No, the first time. I literally paid pay-per-view to watch him come back to life. Nice. So I think that was the first time.
Yeah.
And then I after they resurrect him over and over again, I kind of stopped. He was my favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
He really was as a child.
So the reason I'm bringing it up is because this week we had a new episode of Dynamite, like we do every Wednesday or whatever. But on this week's episode of Dynamite, it was a really, really good episode of Dynamite. Like, It's their weekly show, kind of like Raw is for the WWE. But this is on TNT, same way Nitro was on TNT for WCW. And it was such a good fucking show. The first match was a battle royal. That was fucking great. It was a great fucking battle royal, which the final 2 members of the battle royal will wind up fighting next week on Dynamite.
Nice.
Which cool. And the last 2 members were both members of actually no, Orange Cassidy and what's his face? Brian Cage. No, not Brian Cage, fucking Wardlow, I think it was. That was pretty cool. It was a good match. Then we had a fucking another match, which was good. Then the women's title match or whatever, it was really good. It's just really fun good. I'd love what AEW is doing with their stuff. And then the biggest thing that came out on Dynamite this week was the fact that we got Sting back. Sting is back in fucking wrestling after like a bazillion years.
But like he's first off, Steve Borden is 61. Okay,
yes, he is old as fuck.
But as my
didn't
friend,
he just have a fight with Mike Tyson? Didn't that happen? I didn't see it, but I saw things about
well,
it.
Mike Tyson did fight. He fought against.
I thought the same thing. Mike Tyson is ancient, and then they won in a draw, and I was like, I'm so glad I didn't pay money to watch that, because I'm sorry.
It was first off, it was
that's bullshit.
It was an exhibition match, so I wasn't expecting them to actually go through and be like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be an all-out regular fight." It was an exhibition match between an old-ass dude and someone that's not as old, that's literally fought like about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
I just think it's unfair that a Rocky movie is more intense than a real actual fight. Rocky went back in the ring when he wasn't supposed to. Like, I wanted someone to win. I didn't want to.
Like I said, you have to remember. Like, it's only an exhibition match. You can't.
Right.
Like the undercard was better.
A fight like this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
See, I didn't know that. I'm not fully aware of such things. Right. I wanted at least a winner. I felt like a tie. I was glad that I didn't watch it, because if I did watch it, I would have been like bitching the entire time.
This was actually a really good fight. The fucking the Nate Robinson one, that was fucking great.
The
that
memes,
knockout.
The memes.
Yeah.
I just started seeing those memes, and I was like, when was this fight?
Yeah. It was.
I am
so insane.
Like detached from the world sometimes. I feel that I get sad because I'm missing out on things that I like.
Yeah.
But if I'm not in that circle of like friends and like info, I find out once it's on the interweb.
Then going back to wrestling, we also had the championship match which was Kenny Omega versus Jon Moxley. That was such a great fucking match. Good back and forth, and then at the end, I guess I could kind of spoil it here. We got a new fucking champ, because Jon Moxley had the champ for over 200 days, which is a long fucking time for a title to be in one hand. But Jon Moxley won, and it was kind of a controversial win because, of course, Don Chalice from Impact was there, which is one of the competing promotion. And what they're doing now is that they're having a cross promotion event. So they're going between Impact and Dynamite. And Don Chalice ran away with fucking Kenny Omega. And it was fucking fun.
Did you see now that because this happened, Triple H says he's open to doing cross promotion?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one I know, and I didn't know it came from that. I didn't know it like when you started talking, I was like, oh, that's why H came back.
Yeah,
but like,
is that gonna happen though?
Like, maybe have your NXT champion go against, in our case now, Kenny Omega.
That would be fantastic.
Because I mean, if you look at the ratings, okay, the numbers show that as great
AEW is
as
way up there.
as great as NXT has been and Triple H has been crushing it, AEW
Mhm.
is like, oh yeah, no, stay down.
Yeah, it's like fuck you, get the fuck away from here.
And back to Dynamite. I must have watched this Sting debut like 40 fucking times by now.
Absolutely a 5-star match.
Sting just showing up. First off, and you and I talked about this last night. The music.
Yeah, that's Mikey Ruckus, man. Mikey Ruckus is such a good fucking. He does all the music for fucking AEW, and he's fucking on point with all their shit.
And like Sting comes out, and he just like there, but then as soon as he reaches into the coat, pulls the bat,
Pulls out the bat. Yep.
And doesn't say a fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes in, dead stare, like
yeah.
What creepy as fuck. And I'm like, this is what WWE should have done.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, they just
long time ago.
Right, but instead they're like, oh, they're gonna put him against Seth Rollins, and where'd that go?
Yeah. And the cool thing about it is like now we have a legend coming back. He signed for a multi-year deal.
Which can he wrestle? I mean, Reigns gave him the stinger, literally. Sting got stung.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's fucking nuts, dude. Like, how long do they expect him to actually be there? But from what I'm thinking, it's gonna be kind of like one of those. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be every so often. I'm gonna show up, or I'll be there, but I'm not gonna be in the ring as much.
It might be their take on their version of Edge, where like he can wrestle as much as he can without hurting himself,
right? Or do like a Hogan thing that he just shows up every few weeks or so.
I mean, unless because Sting is a born again Christian, unless he prayed and he got better. But I don't want to rile up anybody. So it's just like all clean fun.
Fun.
Like, I mean,
but dude, it's so fucking exciting to actually see the Stinger back. I want to see him will he do the Stinger splash?
I mean, he's not young anymore.
Exactly, he's old as fuck. But I am super excited to have him back in the ring.
And like, shit. When did they say was the last time he was on TNT?
18 years ago.
Like, right? So that's a long fucking time. It means he was for
40.
Yeah, like that's insane.
Yeah. 18 years since he was on TNT, and it's fucking insane to have him back on a fucking great promotion. Like, I'm like all in on them. Like, they're fucking great. They reignited my love for wrestling.
Right? Because like I've been bored as fuck. I have the network, but like I haven't really watched anything WWE since Edge versus Orton in the
in the no holds barred all over the place match.
The one where like he kind of got choked out like Benoit did to his family.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like the last time I watched WWE. Like I have the network so friends of mine can just watch shit.
Right.
But AEW, man, I gotta really get into them. It's been hard with work because I work Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But like every promo I've seen, when Broken Matt Hardy showed up, like at the beginning of the year, you're like, holy shit. Granted, it was it would have been better if there was a crowd.
If Jeff was there too. Well, I was there too. Yeah.
But and these Hardys, man, they gotta stop jumping off of shit. They both cracked their skulls open this year.
Yeah. One of them was from a chair. The other one,
and the other one was from a swanton bomb into the steel steps. But like just seeing the energy that AEW has ever since that promo that I saw MJF do at New York Comic Con last year,
Mm-hmm.
And then just seeing MJF at Toy Fair this past February, him like trying to he was cutting a promo for their first like whatever pay-per-view was in the beginning of the year, but like he kept making obscene gestures.
Yeah, because he doesn't break kayfabe.
The most he did was when it was the day after we got that. My Twitter profile is me and MJF. So the next day we're in the same area by the Jazzwares booth, and MJF is walking back in, and we kind of just stare each other down, and like we literally went like and like that, like you know what stare, and he looks at me, he goes, literally just winks and walks back into the booth. The most he broke character.
Nice.
You know, in other words, like, I respect what you're doing, keep at it, you know, and that's it.
I find that so funny that you stared him down. I can't stare them down. If I run into someone at Comic-Con and I know who they are and I enjoy them and their characters, I can't do that without.
Well, I
can't hold it together. I admire you, sir. I admire you.
There we go. Me and MJF. I have done security for so many years to the point where I can meet celebrities and not be starstruck.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, but it's also the point that like back then
I know they're
in
people.
Manhattan all the time. Like it's
I mean,
I know they're people, but I still freak out, man. I still freak out.
Well, I mean, shit. Like Michael Shannon is a regular at the wine store I work at.
Yeah, that's his homeboy. Like they have numbers. They exchange numbers and shit.
Yeah, like yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's his new BFF. That's why he was out on the show for a while because he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with Michael Shannon." It's okay.
Like, I mean,
I'm gonna go hang out with Zod. He's gonna take me to fucking the New Krypton.
Speaking of when I first
Superman movies, okay.
When I first
trigger.
When I first met him, when I first met Michael,
I'm surprised when I first met Mike, you know.
When I first met Kevin Conroy.
Well,
that should be the title of like a series. We talk about all the celebrities we've met.
The first week or so that he had shopped at the store, I had mentioned to Mario. I was like, "Oh yeah, you know who shops at the store is Zod." He just like stopped. He's like, "Bro, you got to get a picture with him." I'm like, "No, like I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah,
nice, yeah."
I'm not gonna play fan. Granted, yes, I'm a fan of his work, but I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, hi, I'm gonna not be professional right now and go like," because like that's not how you should do things. You know, don't bother.
Okay, can I piggyback off of that with one of my stories, or do you really want to move on, Steve?
Let Brian finish this one.
Yeah, but then can I jump in?
Yes.
No, you can't. No, never. But no, it's basically I mean, and that it's like, yeah, I mean, he's been shopping at the store for 3 years now, almost, and it's
fun.
And I want to say it's because I didn't go like, "Holy shit, you're like this fit," you know, like I.
You didn't fanboy out on him.
Exactly. But all right, I'm done with that. But go on.
All right, Franny, what's up?
Oh, okay, hold on. I got something in my eye.
Okay, you got your eye allergies?
No, I think I got fanboy jizz in my eye.
Nice.
So
nice.
Total great lead-in, totally smooth lead-in to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So okay, so Okay, this was the first time I ever felt like massively old, and this was the first time that I fangirled. Here we go. So I was leaving. I was getting ready to leave work, and I look outside the massive window of the bakery, and who do I see? I see Fearless Bueller. I see Matthew Broderick. Okay? Sitting out there.
Was he out there with a horse?
No, he was out there with another dude.
Oh, okay.
And I saw her. I ended up finding out I was working around where they lived, but I used to see her super early morning walking the baby. Anyway, let's not talk about her. We're talking about Matthew.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about
Okay.
horses.
Yeah, I'm not. She's okay. I love him. Anyway, so I see him, and I'm supposed to leave. So I start like freaking out, and then I see him eating one of the cakes that I made. So I start freaking out even more, and I'm in the locker room, and I'm trying to calm myself down so I don't like break protocol, which is what Brian was talking about when I leave. And while I'm getting ready, a younger coworker of mine, one of the waitresses, is like, what famous person is outside? Like, who has you all bent out of shape? She's like, because you're acting like if Mariah Carey was outside. And I started laughing, and I was like, have you ever seen Fearless Bueller? And she was like, oh my God, I just saw that movie. And I was like, well, Ferris Bueller is outside. And she was already clocked out, and I was still changing. So she went outside to go check, and she looks around. She comes back in, and she's like, I don't see him. And I ask her, can you please come outside with me so I can keep calm as I walk by his table and approach him? Because, yeah, I did that, right?
You were that guy.
I was that guy. And I apologized. Let me finish the story. Anyway, I was that guy. So she's like, okay, fine. She was like, I understand, but I don't even see who it is. And we go outside. I see him. I say, excuse me. I'm a big fan of you from Fearless Bueller and The Lion King. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate your work, especially the producers. I love what you guys did with it. And he looked me up and down and was like, you seen Fearless Bueller? And my friend next to me goes, oh my God, that's you? You look so old.
Wow.
And I turn around and I look at her and I'm like, what the and he giggles. He looks at me, totally ignores her now for the rest of the conversation. And he was like, thank you so much. A lot of people don't know who I am. You know, from Fearless Bueller. And he was like, would you like an autograph? And he autographed it. And then I told him, do you like that cake that you're eating? And he said yes. And I was like, I'm the baker who made that cake. And because I'm such a huge fan, I really wanted to just, I was like, I don't even want an autograph. I just wanted to tell you thank you for, you know, doing Fearless Bueller, being amazing in The Lion King, you know, like, and your work on Broadway. So you signing this menu means so much because that's not what I wanted. You know, that's not what I came up to say. I just really felt honored that you were eating my cake. And then the waitress next to me was like, I can't believe you're Ferris Bueller.
Wow.
And I had a lot of emotions.
No, Broderick
I have his autograph, and he ate my cake. Yeah, non-perverted, okay? I'm not trying to turn that into perversion, and I felt like seriously honored. Ryan Reynolds also ate my cake from Magnolia, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know.
I saw Broderick on Broadway for Nice Work If You Can Get It in 2012, and that was a beautifully done play, and his performance was just amazing.
Oh, he's phenomenal on stage. Like, oh my God. That's why, like, for me as a pastry cook, to see someone that I admire enjoying something that I created, there was like, that's what I wanted to tell him without freaking out, you know?
Well, one of my friends used to work at a BLT Prime as a sous chef, and he was like, "Bro," I'm like, "What?" He goes, "As a big fan of It's Always Sunny," he's like, "Bro," I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Charlie and the waitress are
Oh
sitting
my god.
across
that's
from."
awesome.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, we were there. Megan and I were there along with a colleague for his birthday one year, like 2-3 years back, and like, Jim Parsons walks in,
Oh, nice.
and like he left after or before we did, and like he had to be like walked out because he was that intoxicated.
Nice.
That's funny. I also fed Mariah Carey, but for some reason,
You fed her?
and I love her. Well, I made her pastry dish.
Oh,
It was
okay.
when she was pregnant.
I thought you
it
like
was when she
hand
was
fed
pregnant.
her and shit.
No, oh my god, I would have loved to like feed her the dessert and be like, it's
She's like,
good, right? It's so
I would have loved to
good.
bird feed you.
Ew, no.
All I want for Christmas
No,
is to
okay?
feed Mariah Carey.
No, so they literally so like where they light the tree, Radio City.
Uh-huh.
There used to be, unfortunately, that died with the rest of the world. A restaurant called Sea Grill, where I used to work as a pastry cook, and I dealt with a lot of celebrities there. And Mariah Carey closed out the restaurant. That was the first time. That and P. Diddy was after her, but she was my first. And for some reason, it was different from Matthew Broderick, because Matthew Broderick was the first celebrity to eat something I made. It sounds so wrong, but he was the first celebrity that I experienced that with. Mariah Carey was the second, and when I was preparing her dessert, I was on some G level like attitude. I was like, yeah, she's gonna like this shit. She's gonna be like, what? Like, it was like totally different than being like, oh my god, do you like it? Like, I was just like, oh, she's gonna love this.
Sure, this is okay.
But it was so weird because it was the first time I learned that celebrities could shut shit down, because she bought the entire restaurant and she sat in the middle of the restaurant, and all she wanted, guys, was our dessert menu. So it was all on me.
Nice.
And she ate 3 desserts and had 2 like petit four little plates with her tiny like little bonbons and like those jelly like whatevers. But and then like a plate of cookies. What does that say? I can't read it. You didn't write it big enough. There's a thing called a marker. I see disclaimer.
This is rated PG. For those, for those that are watching the stream, all 3 of you, because this sounds very perverted right now.
It does, and I don't mean it to. And I think it's because it's me. And I'm talking about like bacon for a dude, and he's tasting it, and it's like, anyway, I don't mean to.
You're talking about people eating your cake, yeah.
Exactly.
I don't mean to. I literally mean a yummy cake made of bread and not blood.
You need to stop saying eating my cake.
What am I supposed to say? It's not a pie. It literally was a Black Forest cake.
You could say the type of cake it is.
Okay.
But you continuously saying they were eating my cake.
I just think it's my fault because I'm a pastry cook, and like I think of it after I say it. I'm like, oh, that sounds so wrong.
But yet you can't really use pie because The Rock kind of did things.
And it's warm and sweet.
One of my favorite.
Anyway, what I was getting at is that I ended up finding it very personally frustrating that certain celebrities I could walk up to like I'm a boss, and then other celebrities I crumble. So I admire you, Brian, that you hold this sense of nobility during celebrities. I'm a little jelly. No, I am so fucking jealous.
Well, I guess we can talk about my celebrity run-ins. I guess.
Well,
yes, please do, because those are mine at work.
Outside of the building.
And by the way, FYI, P. Diddy brought his entire family.
Nice. So that's like 18 people.
Yeah, it was so hectic. Like I can't even like. It wasn't fun. It was just very It was very hectic. That's all I gotta say. And I didn't even get to like really see him because he bought out the whole restaurant, but he sat in the far back corner of the restaurant.
Nice.
And I couldn't see anything. So I was just like, okay, I'm feeding a ghost.
Well, speaking of ghosts, Ghost Steve, who have you met?
Yeah, Ghost Steve. Ghost Steve. Actually, I literally physically bumped into Ice-T twice in one day.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, once walking out of a GameStop. I was walking out of a GameStop while he was walking into it, and I bumped into him as we were getting out of the door. And he was like, "What up?" I'm like, "Fuck out my way, dude," because he was trying to bum rush into the fucking store. Like, yo, fucking chill, dude. I'm trying to get out.
Wait, which store? Where was this? Fifth Avenue?
It was a GameStop. It was a GameStop on. Yeah, it was on Fifth Avenue. Yeah.
Wait, was it the one?
I know where they are.
Yeah, there's the one on Broadway. There's the one on Broadway and 30.
No, it was the one. It was one on Fifth because this is when I was still at Berkeley.
Okay.
And I ran into him there, and then that same day, I think I was going into another store, and he was coming out of another store, and we crossed paths again. And I was like, "Dude, again, you're in my way." And he just laughed and he just kept walking and shit. But that was fun. And then
I have a question though. How were you able to keep her cool? Like, what do you tell your brain? Is it because I have chick brain that like I get all bubbly in my jigglies and I just can't control myself?
That could be it. That could be it. It's also like
okay, because I'm asking you scientifically. When you bumped into him, what went through your brain to keep you so calm?
It was just like, oh, he bumped into me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if you're a celebrity. He bumped into me. He bumped into me.
I'll tell you two of mine after you finish.
Okay, I'm just really curious because I wish I had that control.
And then the other one, one of the other ones was when I was working at Nike. Stacey Dash shut down the store. This is before she became all weird and.
Who's that? I'm pretending like I'm nodding, like I know.
I was gonna say, at this point,
the black girl from Clueless,
the friend.
Oh, okay. Dion.
Not. I was gonna say not Brittany Murphy, the other one.
Dion. Yeah. Her name is Dion.
Yeah, the not so dead one. Yeah.
Oh my god! I'm just not offended by your own jokes. That one hurt.
The not so dead one.
But I'm not gonna hear a no on that.
Oh my god! I love Brittany Murphy. She's like Heath Ledger, gone way too soon and epically talented. Like her death hurt my soul.
Yeah. But yeah, Stacey. Yeah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
But it literally felt like
stab. But yeah. Stacey Dash. She shut down the entire 5 floors of fucking Nike.
Not to be mean, I don't know why.
Yeah,
I never seen her in anything else but Clueless.
She used all her Clueless money to shut down Nike.
Yeah, but
okay, kind of like Roblox money.
yeah, exactly, like Roblox money, exactly. But the good thing is that like she was hot as fuck then, like she looked amazing, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll say I kind of like took mental pictures and I was like, yeah, I will save that for later.
Was she walking around like half naked like I heard Madonna used to do in her prime?
She wasn't walking around half naked, but she was wearing it was the summer, so she was wearing like tight jeans, and that was very nice. And then she also had to my recognition, she wasn't wearing a bra because she was wearing like a tank top. Yep.
Wow, I wish I was there. Not gonna lie.
It was very it was very satisfying. Yes, especially then.
Yeah, Steve was clueless on how to react.
Yeah, exactly. I was very clueless on how to react. And then the other person that I met at Nike as well was actually Spike Lee.
Nice.
And he was a bit of a douchebag. But it's Spike
I've
Lee.
heard that. I've heard that in gossip columns that he's literally a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
But yet, what's funny is that
didn't you meet Fieldy before too?
Yes, I was gonna get to that one too. I met Fieldy from Korn and at Adidas. Yeah, all day.
I met Korn too.
I was gonna say
met the
fitting.
entire band.
Yeah.
I met the entire band the day that I played hooky to go to TRL.
Nice.
And
I met him the day that they were playing the show at the South Street Seaport.
Nice, and they were so friendly because he oh my god, Jonathan, what's his last name?
Jonathan Davis.
Yes, shook my hand and had literally like a 5-second conversation with me. Like I told him how much his music meant to me and like got completely like goth on his ass, and he was like, it's people like you that let me keep writing my music. And I was like, and I'm so glad that I have that, because I know for a fact all these millennials, they'll never experience that. Like TRL, you were able to wait outside. You had to skip school, okay? Yeah. But I
remember standing outside of Sierra once
and meet your legends. And at that time, they would literally come outside either before or after and during the show to acknowledge you. And I love it. That was amazing. He was such a sweetheart.
When I worked concert security, I was doing a line, like an outside line job for a K-pop show that literally went around the block. Okay, 44th.
That sounds like K-pop.
44th and 7th.
What is K-pop?
Korean pop music.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
So it went from the PlayStation Theater around and then back to the PlayStation Theater.
And that's avenues worth of people.
The only line I've been on that's that long was for System of a Down, and I spent the night on that line to get tickets.
Charlie would be very upset at you right now.
But
but when I was working the line, I was at the corner of Broadway and 45th. And the Viacom building is that whole building, including TRL. And coming out of the Viacom building on 45th was Questlove.
Nice.
And we only chatted for like a minute, but he was like super, super humble.
He seems super cool.
Right after he had left the building, Common came out.
Nice.
And he also was like really, really nice.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
I'm a comment too.
And then not getting into working at 237 where everybody came in.
Yeah. Well, we met Shaq there too.
I was not there for Shaq,
but I was there that day.
But I did get a hug from Daryl Strawberry.
Nice.
Who was my favorite? My favorite VJ. I just googled him so I could say his name right. Was David Holmes? Is this
David
Holmes?
Holmes?
There's an L.
Holmes.
Yeah,
like
I thought it was Holmes. David Holmes, but there's an L in his name.
Yeah, like Sherlock Holmes.
It's silent.
Oh my god. Okay.
So
anyway, he was my favorite VJ because I saw him often, and he was really nice to me. Nice. When I met Carson Daly, he was a dick.
So you only went on the one. You didn't. You met him the one time, not daily.
He was a dick. He literally looked me up and down and was like, "What you're wearing isn't gonna get you upstairs." Next, and I was like, "What are you, Studio 54?"
Did he say that? He said that?
Yeah, he said that to me. He said, and I wonder if it's because I was like 15. Like I legitly, and I probably look younger. I probably look like I was 9 when I was like 15.
Yeah.
And like I got like so mad, and I remember sharing that story with David Holmes, and like he would give me snippets of when to come and like where to stand and what time to show up, and I ended up like enjoying it more. And I was a punk. I never wanted to be on TV because I knew I was skipping school every time I was there, and I
No
thought I
proof,
would
no
get
proof.
in serious trouble.
Yeah.
And I
Um,
never made it upstairs.
That's fair. That happens.
but one of the coolest stories was when I was waiting. I had just left lunch with Megan when we were still just dating, and I was going to Forbidden Planet, and as we're crossing the street, like the movie theaters on one side, and then there's the Zoomies leading into Forbidden Planet. After a bunch of like, no, that's not who I think that is. Holy shit, it is. I go into Forbidden Planet, and there he is flipping through a couple of comics in the aisle, and I was like, "You're Joss Whedon."
Nice.
And he's like, "I am," and I didn't want to like nerd out in Forbidden Planet, Meanwhile, like Ultron was playing across the street,
Nice.
and I'm just like, I shook his hand. I was like, I just wanted to say thank you for everything, everything from Buffy to Angel to. I never watched Firefly.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's one season.
And it's entertaining enough to like get your nipples hard.
It's good.
But actually, an honorable mention is going back like 2 years ago. I was headed to Best Buy on Bleecker Street, and I see this dude, Punisher logo hoodie. He's just like bopping around the music, and then it was nighttime. It was probably like it was winter, so like nighttime was like 5:30.
The winter was coming, huh?
So I see this dude that just doing his thing, come back from like he's in like that groove, and I'm like nah. I'm like, all right, yeah, I gotta like catch up to this guy. So finally, I just like give him a tap, and it's John Bernthal. I'm just like, thank you,
Punisher.
I was like, thank you for Punisher, and we chatted for like a minute, and I was like, just wanted to say that. I was like, I didn't want to autograph. I don't want a picture. I don't want to be like that guy.
Right. I just want to like, just say thank you so much.
Right. It's literally exactly. I was like, you did Punisher justice. Thank you so much for your portrayal. And like, I'm just a fan of your work because I've seen him in other things outside of that in The Walking Dead, and I was just like, have a good night. He's like, you too. He's like, but if you love Punisher season 1, look forward to season 2. And he's like, have a good night. And then we went our separate ways. He put his earphone back in, held it up, and just continued doing his thing.
Nice.
So
very cool. Very cool. Yeah. All right. So, Alex, do you want to add something?
Dude, we went over like on a tangent on that. Like, what was it last time? Like, working in the theaters or whatever was just,
oh, that's awesome.
Working in the theaters, I met
Brian.
people.
Brian said,
I know. I've seen the pictures. I just got so jealous.
Brian said he met Norman Reedus and John Bernthal at a dive bar.
Yeah, like we talked about it before, like, meeting Famke Jensen, Common was awesome. Tobin Bell, when you were there, Steve.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hey, I was there too.
And Mario.
Yeah.
So, we can go over this story, and you guys can add your part. So,
I also met America Ferrera at your theater too.
I literally pointed out Tobin Bell to Alex in the theater.
And I went, bullshit.
And I get no credit.
Shit is Tobin fucking Bell.
Meanwhile, I get no credit.
Yeah.
So no, but you guys went to go see a movie, right? Is that what it was?
Mm-hmm.
It was the night we were gonna go see Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh,
my dog doesn't like that movie remake either. She heard Carrie remake? What? That's right, Mama.
That's what it was, right? That I got you guys passes for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and it just made me laugh. So, because everyone in the group knows that I'm a huge fanatic of the Saw series, and that was just the most random thing ever. And I find it fucking hilarious. So when I go up, like, I go up to, like, he came in to see what was playing, and I just go up to him, like, I tell him, I just want to say I'm a big fan of the Saw series. I just want to say thank you for that. Thank you for for all that you do. And and I was like,
thank you for playing all the games.
Yeah. So I asked him if it's okay to take a picture. He tells me, I don't want you to get in trouble, so if you want to take a picture, just step outside, because he knew that, because I guess he probably worked in the theater, or whatever, or knows about it, that he knows there's like a camera there. So I got, like, he took one selfie. He was like, take another. Like, okay. And I shook his hand, said, thank you very much, man. And it was funny, the time I told him when I was working there, like, if you ever want to come and watch a movie, I'll let you in gratis, sir.
Nice.
And then when I came back in, like, the geek out moment happened, and you guys all started, like, laughing. Because it finally hit me, like, I met fucking Jigsaw, dude.
Yeah, he didn't kill me.
I felt that same way when I fucking met Pee Wee Herman.
Nice.
And then Bruce Camp. Like I said, there needs to be a whole segment. We have other stuff, right?
Yeah,
Steve?
we have plenty of other stuff. Well, at least a decent amount of other stuff.
Another cool one was meeting Brendan Small.
Oh yeah.
You were there.
I was there with you when we went to go see was it Metalocalypse or what? Not Metalocalypse. It was Death Clock or whatever.
Death Clock. I was not there for that.
That school.
It was the cover. The cover. Yeah.
So yeah,
but he was performing with them.
I remember having an argument with my then college boyfriend, saying, "Why are you going to a concert for a cartoon show?"
Fuck you. That was like one of the best concerts I ever went to. And I went to
That's exactly what he told me. And then he brought me nothing back and was like, that's what you get. Meanwhile, I was a huge fan. I just couldn't wrap my brain around going to see a cartoon concert.
Sometimes you can't.
And I bet you he went to go see Gorillaz, that asshole.
I don't know. If he did, he didn't tell me. But Death Clock was definitely something where he was like, oh my God, they were amazing. And I was like, oh my God, what'd you get me? He was like, nothing, bitch, because you didn't want to go.
I still said like a great show. It was Death Clock, Mastodon, and I forget the other band. I don't know. I don't remember if it was In Flames or High on Fire. One of those two.
And that's the only concert that I missed out on that I regret. And I regret nothing in my life except that. Because I couldn't wrap my mind around a cartoon band. I just like I couldn't, and I was like, I don't really have like the money I have. I need. I'm a college student.
Some cartoon bands are better than regular bands.
Yeah,
yeah, and I regret missing that because I love them.
Yeah,
I still say the best celebrities to me, like especially if you know who they are voiceover actors, because they're the most jealous individuals ever. Like I shared weeks ago about meeting H. John Benjamin, meeting the three main people from Aqua Teen, and all that stuff. Like meeting fucking John DiMaggio was fucking awesome too.
Oh yeah,
nice.
Yeah, like all these voiceover people, whatever, are so down to earth, and they appreciate, especially like because most people when it comes to voiceover actors, they don't know them by face, but you hear the voice like they sound familiar,
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to say that I was lucky enough to not have a gross encounter with one of my admirers. Well, no, it's someone I admire. They don't admire me.
No, she meant the first part.
I'm really grateful for that because I've heard really bad stories on the internet of people meeting their favorite celebrities and them being nasty.
Yeah.
So I am literally grateful that I never experienced that.
I mean, I didn't meet her directly, but Eva Mendes was kind of like really standoffish, and she was in the theater. The coworker wanted to meet her so bad, and and of all things, when she bought popcorn and stuff, right? Like she even said like, "Oh, Eva, I'm a big fan. Oh, thanks," and just like like thank you, whatever, and kind of like what? And I was just like, wow, and I was like, to me, I was just like, yeah, I can't believe that. Someone's giving you praise and you just kind of like, yeah, thanks, whatever.
Yep. Yeah. So I guess this leads us to the mid song. We've been here for 2 hours, and it's
Having
been
fun,
fun.
just random tangents.
Yeah. Yeah. Huge
This
tangent.
should just be called tangent.
Yeah. Yeah. Green tangents.
And ham.
Yeah. Yeah. Green tangents and ham. But I guess the mid song is from a band that I've actually been a huge fan of for the last couple years. And it's a band called Architects. And they came out with a new song today, I believe. And it's pretty fucking fantastic. The name of the song is called Black Lungs. And it's fucking good. It's fucking good. They're a great band, and check them out. Their new album comes out in February 26th. So check them out. And I'll be right back.
Cross your heart when you hope to die. Are you sleeping deep in the hurricane? IVs in the arms are getting to feel we're crawling all over. Will you fall on the sword in the second coming? You're gonna taste the ash and dust, 'cause this world is dying in arms. No wheels are turning. What would you do to stay alive if the planet was burning? You're like reality. It looks for the young if they're dead to breathe. Suicide's like heaven to me. You gotta cut the roots to kill the weeds. No place to go if we don't believe. Good Lord, it's enough to plague a saint. Give us a Judas there we can deify. Yeah, we all pretend we're the renegades. So wash us away, go running flavor. Take a bow, 'cause time's running out. There's no doubt that the end is coming. You're gonna taste the ash, you're gonna taste the dust. This one is dying in our arms. Now the wheels are turning. What would you do to stay alive if the planet was burning? You're like reality. It looks for the young if they dare to breathe. Suicide's like heaven to me. You gotta cut the roots to kill the weeds. No place to go if we don't believe. Good Lord, it's enough to plague a saint. Post love, post truth, justice lays bound and black back ready for the guillotine. We cannot kill you when they ask where we are when it comes from the wings of the phoenix. They got the wings of the phoenix. Why will we wrestle the world from the walls and the goal and the fucking covenant? World of we're holding on for dear life. You're like reality. It looks for the young if they dare to breathe. Suicide's like heaven to me. You gotta cut the roots to kill the weeds. No place to go if we don't believe. Good Lord, it's enough to plague a saint. 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 We can all break out when they ask where we are when it comes to the wings of the phoenix.
such a good song. Yay, it's such a good song. I fucking love it. I'm a huge fan of Architects, and I'm excited that they got new music coming out soon. So yay, Architects. What do you think, Franny? I can't hear you. Headphone, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
Ah, I enjoyed it. And I muted myself so I can listen to it out of my headphones.
Okay.
While I did other things because life
Gotcha.
is making me participate. But no, I really liked it. And I have to say, because I was listening to it as I was doing things.
Yeah.
It was a great playlist for like the drive. You know, it's like great motivation.
Architects is pretty damn awesome.
I actually really enjoyed it. And also I'm going to reference my favorite bad movie of all time, Blade 3. When was it Jessica Alba?
Yes, it was Jessica Alba.
Put her headphones in to fight the vet. I'm sorry. I have at some point I have to do a review on that movie. There are some points in that movie that are really, really, really good. Yeah. And one of them is when she literally makes a playlist for ass kicking. Yep. No other movie has done that. And I used to do that all the time just for going to work.
Nice.
And this was actually one of those songs that made
definitely
me
worth it. Definitely worth that.
It definitely is a motivational soundtrack that I am totally going to put on my iTunes after this because I really did like it.
Do it.
I refilled this. I fed my dog. Like it was really motivational.
Nice. Awesome.
Podcast getting fucked up.
Pretty much.
I'm not there yet.
No. You're just getting nice. That's all.
Yes.
Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
That's what I call it.
I just want to mention real quick that my boy Marlon was watching on and off the live episode now because he likes to listen to the podcast. I told him I'll give him a shout out, but because since he had to wake up super early, he was like, he was getting to listen here and there. He he told me I was listening. I turned it off for a second, nodded off for a bit, woke back up, was listening. I was like, way to go, dude. He was like, I'm trying to be a trooper, but I woke up too early for work. I was like, me too.
It's all good.
But yeah, so my boy Marlon, I just wanted to give him a shout out at least. Thanks for the support, brother.
Absolutely. Thanks for everybody that's been coming in and watching and lurking for a little bit because I know there's a couple people lurking. But I know Charlie's been Charlie's been in here.
Charlie got
that's what I visioned. Like
Charlie whatever,
Charlie talked.
Franny from a distance.
And then Brian also. Thank you, Brian, for being in here. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much, Brian, because honestly, since no one else came on, I posted this on my Instagram, hoping that we would get a lot more.
It's all good.
Focus. I don't even know what to call it. A lot more questions or whatever. So 1 out of none is still great. So thank you.
It's better
than
nothing,
right?
It's better than nothing.
And he's communicating with the chat. He's not just there being a creeper.
Yeah.
So that's a plus.
He's adding to the conversation.
I went on his live and I literally just sat there judging. And commented maybe 2 times and just sat there going,
Yeah.
checking out the competition.
The thing with me and going on live streams is that I don't know how to catch up with people. So they're talking and I wanna chime in, but I'm like,
well, if you ever need help, I don't know how the system works. I can help you. We could tag team.
Okay. Tag team back again.
I feel like anything I say is just wrong. It's like pervert.
It's all good.
It's like
It's
she'd
all
be like, how's it going? Oh,
Yeah.
doing okay?
Ooh, my
Wow.
answer is gonna automatically be put into a naughty situation. Yeah.
He's like, you can
Blame
tell.
the gin.
Yeah, that's what she said. Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's been fun so far, but we gotta get into some.
Yes,
fucking
I
geek
also
shit.
have news too, Steve.
Yes,
I've
yes.
been waiting too,
I
but I
know.
missed you guys so much, and this has
I
been
know.
flowing.
I know. It's been super fucking fun.
I keep trying to pass you the talk stick, and
Yeah,
we just
yeah.
still get caught up.
Yeah, we just keep going around and around in circles. Unfortunately, Brian had to get off because, of course,
I
he
know. I got
has the
so
children
sad.
and stuff.
He has
Yeah, the
babies,
responsibilities
people.
of daughter.
He has multiple babies. He got twins, which is
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
always asked for. But now I don't want them at all. Yay!
He's like, now somebody
Decision.
in the group has it, so I don't need them anymore.
No, I have a niece now. Like
Oh, yeah,
seriously,
true,
that's
true,
like
true.
my tap. You know, I get to hit that button.
Done. Yeah.
I made it to the end. You know,
that was
like,
your optical round. That was your ninja warrior status.
yes. I
Yeah.
am there for my niece so much all day, every day. I don't need
Nice.
to push one out. I
Nice.
get to stay young forever.
For a while.
No, as long as you don't push one out, it stays young forever.
Okay.
It's called Kegels, girls.
Ooh.
Do it.
Do it.
All you gotta do is squeeze your butt cheeks. You don't even have to. I'm doing it right now. Anyway,
Yeah. It's time to
I
get
feel
this
so
geek
fit.
shit. It's time to get into
yes,
some
I just
motherfucking geek
literally
shit.
lifted 50 pounds.
Yeah. So this week in the geek shit, we've been wondering what's the status of fucking all the shit's coming to theaters and how nothing's been coming out because, of course, you know, shit is all over the fucking place, right?
It literally is shit, Steve.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
literally is smeared shit on walls.
Yeah.
Like, I was so happy you brought this up because I'm gonna piggyback off of you. Heads up. So
Yeah,
go right ahead.
That's perfectly fine. So I guess the biggest headline of the week is that Warner Brothers is going to be releasing all of their movies for 2021 for HBO Max and in theaters at the same time as well. So you get a choice of either you can get a HBO Max subscription and get all the shit on there, or you can go to theaters and possibly get sick. I don't know. It's a choice. But
I'm literally frustrated with that choice. Because I it's biased. I could honestly say 110%. This is absolutely biased. I love movie theaters. The only reason I like watching movies or popcorn movies in theater is exactly for that phrase, popcorn movies. Like the entire experience is the whole reason for me that I go see certain movies.
Right.
You know, like every Marvel movie I knew was a popcorn movie. I got my blue slushie, my popcorn with extra butter. And I would go. And then as I became a grown-up, I evolved and started going to Alamo Draft House where I would get the nachos and the homemade cheese and a cocktail or a drink or a boozy float. And that even expanded the experience a little bit more. And from what I piggybacking off of what you were doing, because I was literally upset about this. So I did a little more digging, and I'm gonna give you the reference. Just so okay, no, it's not that one.
No, it's okay. You can just
Oh,
say it.
okay, because it was Hollywood Reporter. Kind of frustrated me because I feel like it's still kind of fake news in a way, because you said, the key word is that they're putting it in theaters and they're also putting it on HBO Max.
Mhm.
And me and you have touched on the topic of I find it not fair that if I want to see a certain show, I have to pay money to stream for that one show. And I had eventually said that wasn't going to last. And apparently I was wrong. And it's
Mhm.
only getting worse because now Warner Brothers is throwing up its entire lineup into
Mhm.
HBO Max. And they say
Mhm.
it's just for a year. But if people give them enough money, which I know is going to happen, and they're going to be like, oh my God, this is our staple. And instead of keeping the balance of like they're doing now with theater plus streaming, I feel like if they do really good with the streaming, they might cut off theaters. And I hope that I'm wrong again in that aspect because after COVID's gone, I find it really disrespectful to delete cinema. That is
Well, you
not
gotta
right.
remember also, like, a lot of theaters are closing already.
Yes,
So
because
that
of
whole
COVID. That
yeah,
doesn't
there
feel
which
right because we have a vaccine.
no, we don't have a vaccine yet.
I was told by my news we do.
It's not
I don't know.
it's not ready for everybody.
It's not in whatever the FCC standards, whatever CDC.
Yeah,
CDC
it's
standards.
not
Oh, okay. Don't
like
know.
there's yeah,
But
that's
my whole
not gonna
thing is that
and
I've even
regardless
had
if
this.
it's there, there's still people that aren't gonna fucking get it.
Well, it's kind of like
So
the flu. If enough people get it, it won't be that dire to the ones that don't get it. I'm not saying don't get it, but I'm just saying in a logical standpoint,
and by the
if you
time
don't get it, if enough people do get it and you're immune to it, then you won't die, just like people who
and
don't die from the flu.
also on the way on by the time it gets to us, it's gonna be more than like 6-7 months to that.
Okay.
So we
So
still
to
have a
that,
long time to.
I'm
Mhm.
saying that theaters should be given money to stay alive because it's not fair because the only thing that's preventing them from making money is this one particular situation. And I'm sorry, I personally do not like the concept of sitting in my own house eating regular store-bought popcorn and I'm sorry, I don't have the money to get a full-blown like they're like about this high of the popcorn popper machines, okay? They're in like the hundreds. I don't have
That's
that
a
money.
bitch to clean.
And then also, what happens on the day when I'm craving like nacho cheese and a cocktail?
Get your
Like,
own
like
nachos in your own cocktail.
no, theaters should not go out of business. They shouldn't. Like
I agree they shouldn't.
they need to have like a pacifier or a shutdown or a waiver where they don't need to pay the money for their rents and like their property tax. I don't know what their situation is, but they should get a waiver like museums do. Okay? Who the fuck is paying money for museums? I don't fucking know. Make your own. Bitch, you know I wanted to buy stock in Alamo, Brian.
That was
This is
very funny,
another
Brian.
reason why I'm so like
Yeah.
upset.
So
Like,
so
it's gonna
what
be
I
known
have
as
to
the
And I
say,
kind of
House.
feel like if they go in this direction, they're literally saying, fuck you, theaters, here's streaming. I'm sorry.
what
I don't want to sit
what
on
I
my
have to
bed.
say personally
still
about
streaming.
that, what I have to say about that is that theaters, even though I love the theater experience, theaters are way too fucking expensive.
I'm sorry. I'm not going to spend over what was it for Mulan?
I didn't did I pay for it either? I didn't pay for it.
I didn't pay for Mulan.
And it's already on the regular service now anyway.
Right, but their whole thing in the article is that they're going to get revenue if they go into the streaming HBO Max.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you're not. And the people that actually pay to just watch it, they're going to leave just like Mandalorian. Disney saw that. People left after the first season and then reassigned for the second
And they
season.
still got to pay more for it. They still got to pay for it.
No, but what I'm saying is that like I don't see how that is like financially like I feel like they're abandoning theaters. and
Well,
I don't see how
they are because
streaming
they
is the
they
better
haven't been
option
making any real money in theaters because people aren't going to theaters as much as they used to.
because of COVID. But what I'm
Not even
saying,
even before COVID, they weren't going to theaters as much as they used to because they were making a lot of money because theaters were so much more expensive.
oh,
Well,
I
you
guess
already know
okay,
why.
okay.
We have the discussion.
I can't pull up a number thingy, but okay, if that's what it is,
All right.
that's what it is.
Steve
But
already knows about it because from work experience of working in theaters for years.
right, I thought it was
that
only
this is,
because of
like,
pandemic. Because every time I went
no,
to
no,
the
no, no,
movies,
no.
that shit was
Actually,
packed.
like when it came to theaters, they were losing a lot of money because how everyone was saying that everything was too expensive. Ticket prices started going up, and what's funny is that the money that go like for tickets that doesn't even go to the theater. That goes so they can rent the movie to show in the theaters.
Mhm.
That's the reason why concession is like 3 times as expensive than it should be, because the way the theater makes the money is through concession.
That's why I have to say that's why I switched from AMC to Alamo Drafthouse, because I was spending the same amount of money and getting beer at the same time. I was getting beer, freshly made nacho cheese, and again beer, and then sometimes they had a special menu, and I was paying the same money that I would pay for AMC. And I just kind of feel like if theaters are gonna go ancient, they're gonna get deleted. Can we at least keep Alamo Drafthouse, where we literally were able to have a meal, a cocktail, and a movie? Because I cannot fathom existence without a movie theater, even after the pandemic. If I have to stay home and stream, if I have to stay home and wait to see movies, seriously, I don't want to be forced. People are complaining about being forced to wear a mask. I don't want to be forced to buy a 4K TV.
You don't have to buy a 4K TV.
No, I'm sorry. I want a movie experience. If I want a movie experience, I gotta drop the money to get that in my house. I do. I should have. I literally have a tiny little TV right now, and I'm content with it. But I don't want to watch Wonder Woman on a fucking tiny TV. I want to watch a Wonder Woman on at least a 50-foot TV with 4K. I want to see that metal shimmer. And I can't go to the movies to do that. I literally have to bring it to my own house. So technically, you're not saving money because you need to upgrade all your equipment to get the same experience. Because that's what the movie was.
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing before. Alex, what's up?
All right. Well, I'm going to do the nice thing right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the listeners of the Inner City Geeks podcast, someone please start a GoFundMe so we can get Franny a home theater system.
Oh my God! Go screw your. Get me an Alamo Drafthouse. I don't need a fucking home system. I need slaves making me drinks. That sounds so wrong.
Right,
but no, like,
hold on.
Don't knock me, Alex. It's an experience that a lot of people enjoy, and it shouldn't go extinct.
All right, so fine. All right, so we're gonna start a GoFundMe, right? Someone calculate. We need to get a 4K big screen TV, fondue, so she can make a fancy fucking nacho cheese.
It is not the same. Are you gonna have the celebrities come and talk to me on Special Aliens Day?
And then we have to find the Johnny Depp fucking Tim Burton factory Oompa Loompas that can help work the theater for her, so they won't get in the way of her watching on her big screen.
And this is why I'm so passionate for the whole disintegration of movie theaters.
I agree with you. I hate the fact that this is happening. I hate the fact that this is happening. But as a dude,
it doesn't have to happen. That's what I'm saying, though.
I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that, as a person that hasn't really been going to theaters as of late, because of course theaters are fucking expensive, and I have fucking bills to pay, and I have shit that I actually have to worry about instead of actually going to theaters. I'm perfectly fine watching shit at home. A lot of shit that I watch is at home, and a lot of shit that I wind up watching is stuff that I pirate off the fucking internet because, of
right,
course,
which I
allegedly.
I totally get it, but there's me. And like I feel like I'm alone in the concept of hashtag save theaters, because like seriously, I don't get the same
hashtag save
experience
my
at-
money.
Okay,
Fuck Steve's feelings.
but hashtag that one movie a month that makes me feel like I'm an adult. Like I get, like I'm saying, like
I already
get
feel like
it.
an adult.
Okay, like seriously, you're just like putting blocks in front of me, so I'm just gonna do this now. Okay,
Stop
No,
with your
like-
logic, Steve. Stop with your logic.
I think it's because I went to Alamo Draft House and like it was a full-on experience compared to regular theaters, which I am tired of personally as a movie watcher. And them deleting theaters in general is terrifying to me, because I literally like the experience of the surround sound in the dark, a giant projector screen, okay, that not everyone has, while eating popcorn not made by me, or eating fresh nachos and fresh cheese not made by me, with a cocktail. It's awesome. And if that becomes extinct, I don't even know what to do with new movies, because at that point I would become so bitter. I'd be like, yeah, I'll wait till it's like fucking streaming, even if I'm excited for it. I think it's garbage, because like, yeah, whatever. It's literally gonna end up in that whatever pile. Like trailers are gonna be like whatever, because if you think about it, you still need to pay for the movie, and when you pay for the movie, that movie is still the price of a movie ticket, plus a little bit extra depending what streaming site you're renting it from. And you don't even get it for 24 hours. You get it literally for that span that you rented it for. I don't like it. I don't see any win-win there. Maybe if they gave it for me for 2 days.
But also think about it like this: like if you're going to a theater and you're watching it in the theater, you're only watching it for the amount of time that you're in the theater.
It's an experience. If you're telling me that I gotta pay you $15 to watch that shit in my home,
I would never.
bugging.
I wouldn't
gonna
do
wait.
that. Period.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till you streaming it.
Yeah.
But I remember something being said that literally the price of seeing the live action Disney was the same price as the ticket, which at the time was $10. I'm not gonna pay that to stream a movie. I'm gonna wait. And it's just like a double lose-lose situation for me.
See, but the thing is that
That's
like
so
what Warner Brothers is doing is that they're not charging a premium price for anything else. It's like, okay, you're only paying $15 for the HBO Max, and that's it.
I have to subscribe now. I have to subscribe now for HBO Max if I don't have it. Again, it's kind of like when we were talking about
there are tons
or
of
like-
fucking things on there, not just movies.
or iPhone. No, but what I'm saying is that there's movies that I want to see.
Yeah.
And now I need to subscribe to HBO Max to just see those movies and then unsubscribe.
You don't have
I'm
to
just saying,
unsubscribe.
like, if they delete movie theaters, no, like, yeah, fine, do that. That's the same thing I did with like fucking Disney Plus and Shudder. But like that, no, I want my theaters. It's pretty much what I'm getting at. Like it's ridiculous. I don't want that to be the new norm. Is streaming, because it literally kills the experience for me. And then what are you gonna get? Full blown, straight up, honest, raw, hardcore criticism for every single movie that comes out, because you're killing the magic of the theater experience, which actually adds a point to every single movie. And with that, I'm done. We can move on. No, but like it was a really passionate topic for me, so I was glad it was on there.
Yeah, no, and like I said, like I agree with you for the most part. Like I love being in the movie theaters. I love the theater experience. I actually love going to the studio movie grill that we have over here because like the Animal Draft House, you get drinks, you get comfy ass chairs,
Right.
and you're watching a movie in a fucking good spot. Like it's pretty
Mhm.
cool, and they bring you your food, they bring you everything, and I like it. But it's one of those like experiences that it's a lot of fucking money after a while.
Only
like,
because we're dealing with the pandemic for a second, and that's what really upsets me. You're literally trying to shun something that shouldn't be shunned. All you have to do is not charge them whatever fucking property tax or like whatever billing. Like let them close
it
down.
would be nice
right?
if that
Let
wasn't
them close down.
happening.
Let them turn off their lights. Let them go completely dark. Give them fucking 100 days, right? That's what the new president is talking about. 100 days of shutting everything down again. Give the same respect to movie theaters, and then after that's lifted, go right ahead. Because honestly, the moment people are free to frolic, are
They're
you
gonna be
kidding me?
babies
That
everywhere.
entire week, I'm going to the movie. I'm going to the pubs. I'm going dancing. Haven't been dancing in forever. I just want to rub up on people without them calling harassment. So like, you're kidding me. If you're literally trying to delete.
I love Franny's movie experience, rubbing all over people. Like, welcome back to the cinema experience.
Oh my god! If you got me during a really good movie review, watching a movie, it was a fun night. But if you were there as my date for Star Wars,
oh my god, I can see right now. Whatever the guy.
It was dangerous. There was whips and chains, and Hellraiser was called upon. It was not fun for him. I had a great time. Anyway, Steve, like, I'm terrified if theaters go extinct.
Yeah.
Listen, they're not going to go extinct. What's going to happen is they're going to find a different way to do it. Like, they're going to still have the theater experience, just modified.
Oh, so I'm going to have strangers come to my house and serve me popcorn?
No, they could do fucking drive-ins and shit. That's a thing,
I wouldn't mind that, but I don't own a car and I don't want to learn how to drive.
Oh, but there's ways to fucking do it.
Kind of bad. Like, you're gonna go in the car. What if you got a whole family, whatever? The kids in the back are trying to peek through, like, the back of the head. Depending on the make of your car, Oh man.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Or they'll probably do the Flintstones thing. You just break a hole through the fucking top of the car. You put the kids in and watch the movie from up there. Just don't breathe. Because you might get that Rona. So,
next thing on the docket is something that's very interesting to me. Of course, we all love, we've enjoyed the Kingpin in the Netflix shows, in Daredevil and all that stuff, and it's being that Netflix pretty much lost the rights for the Daredevil and the Kingpin is up for grabs now. We got word.
As a character? They lost the rights to that particular character?
To everything that was pretty much in the Marvel universe on Netflix. So there are rumors out there that Spider-Man may be facing Kingpin in the next movie, which is very interesting, in the next Spider-Man movie. Yes. So could they possibly be bringing back Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin? That would.
Oh my god, they better, because I swear to God, oh my god, so funny. There was this dude. Okay, so I'm back on like OkCupid and like dating during quarantine because I got really. I miss talking to people. So this one guy was like, "Oh, I am beefy." And I was like, well, are you like Kingpin beefy? Because that's what I hear when someone says I'm healthy beefy. You literally look like the dude from Daredevil. If that's not what you look like, then you need to redefine your status.
I meant junkie.
And I'm just saying, like, I love Kingpin, to the point where he is like a status symbol to me. If a guy tells me, "Oh, I'm beefy but fit," do you look like Kingpin? If you don't say that. Because it's misleading as fuck. Thank you. This is a public service announcement.
I don't look like Kingpin. I look more like a bowling ball.
Right. I literally have tits and not like man pecs that would crush your face. There's a difference. Huge.
Yeah, it's a big difference. But yeah, the fact that we could be getting Kingpin in Spider-Man is very fucking interesting because, of course, I would love for them to fucking bring that character with Vincent D'Onofrio into the whole Spider-Verse, and that would be fucking cool.
That would be amazing.
That would be fucking great. And continuing with the Marvel shit, we got news that, well, not news, but we got an inside look at Hawkeye, which is coming to the Disney Plus, and that should look fucking cool. Like, we have Jeremy Renner's back again as Hawkeye.
And seriously, if you guys don't follow him on Instagram, you really, really should, because I got to see him literally touch the arrow. And you guys know from previous videos.
Good night, everybody.
You guys know from previous videos, I've been harping on the fact that I really, really want a Hawkeye and Black Widow kind of scenario. So just because this is Hawkeye is actually in development and is happening, I kind of feel a little bit closer to my dream. So I'm so on board. Absolutely on board. Because I feel like at some point they have to connect like fucking Legos. Unless Marvel goes completely batshit. And then that's going to be a fun video. Because I'm going to be angry.
You also got to remember, technically, this is supposed to be Black Widow's last thing.
What, her movie? In general?
Yeah. That's why there's Florence Pugh is the new Black Widow.
I didn't know that. And I'm going to say that's bullshit. Because how is the movie the last installment of Black Widow when I'm still waiting to hear the story arcs of Black Widow and fucking Hawkeye?
Well,
oh my god, I was on a different book.
If I'm correct, isn't it a flashback?
Oh my god, you just bursted my bubble, Steve. I'm so
you're
sorry.
welcome. You're welcome.
No,
thank you for
no, seriously, you and Disney right now. I literally thought that this whole Hawkeye thing was gonna lead me to my paradise, but apparently,
what they're doing with this Hawkeye thing is
stupid. I'm sorry, this stupid Black Widow movie that literally has a story arc that I don't give a fuck about. I really don't. And it had so many other stories that they could have included with Hawkeye, which I know a bigger audience would have been completely excited about. They did not do. Why? Because they're Disney and their head is so far up their ass, they smell flowers even when they fart. I'm so mad because I didn't know.
We're princesses.
It's okay.
I really thought I was gonna get some collaboration.
What we are getting out of this is that, from what we've seen, is that Hawkeye is going to be training his apprentice technically at this point, which is Kate Bishop, and that's going to be pretty interesting because, of course, it's a female version of Hawkeye, pretty much. Basically, the one that would wind up being in the next Avengers, pretty much.
Yeah, these nuts, their face. That is so not fair. I want closure. Seriously, I want closure with Hawkeye and Black Widow. The entire movie universe. They keep referencing this one particular time, and you're not even going to give me that? I didn't, like I said, I didn't know. You popped a bubble? I wasn't ready for it.
It's okay. And allegedly, according to another article that I was just reading on Hawkeye, is that being that Hawkeye is basically taking place in New York, and he is also, on the ground, like most of the characters that we've had in the Netflix shows. That there's a possibility that Kingpin might show up there as well because of his villainies and people that he's going up against. So
I should be excited, except I'm still grieving over the news that I heard.
it'll be okay.
Don't laugh. No, it's not okay.
It will be okay though.
But it's not. That's the difference. It will be okay, but it is not okay. Again, missed opportunity, bad judgment, and they need Ryan Reynolds' marketing team because, like I've been stating for a while, Disney is dense as fuck.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, it's still up there. It's still up there. So there's still things that are being said that there could be another what is it, a Taskmaster movie coming, or a TV show actually for the Disney Plus, which is interesting because of course we don't know much about the Taskmaster, and he is supposed to be a badass, and from what we've seen in the comics, he is a badass. So yeah. So we may be getting more Black Widow there because it will be a prequel series.
It's still not Black Widow and Hawkeye. Meanwhile, they're capable of doing that. They're just refusing not to. That's my problem. They could still collab and give us that experience. That I don't think I'm alone on that. I can't be alone wanting to know what happened. And I can't remember the name because I'm terrible with names, but they mentioned it multiple times.
Budapest.
I was gonna say Bethlehem, but I knew that was not right. Yeah, but no. It's Budapest.
They weren't in the main.
You can't even give me that. If this was a relationship, Disney, again, abusive, manipulated, and abusive.
Right.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. And
seriously, still really hurt.
Yeah, but the fact that we could be getting Kingpin in there as well is fucking interesting too.
It is, but it's like for me,
because in a way, it's hard for me to enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard for me to enjoy it because, like, I don't understand why you're sounds so wrong, but I'm doing it. I don't understand why you're fucking me over and pleasuring me at the same time. As a dork. Seriously. You have me going, nah, 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 and then you literally bring me this beautiful it literally is an abusive relationship. As I say it out loud. Because I feel like that's what they're doing. I'm so excited for like the whole Kingpin edition. I am, but then like I hear this new thing that I didn't know, so this is my pure reaction. That's seriously, that is abusive as a fan. Like, you only giving me half of what you seem I deserve or something. Because I don't logically get your direction. Like, I'm excited for WandaVision. Now I'm scared as fuck because of this one conversation. Disney, you're an abusive boyfriend, but I'm still there. Don't judge me. Continue, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm a bask in my shame because I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still like embracing the abuse.
So, getting off of the Disney and the Marvel shit, we got some pretty interesting news. As fans of the Toxic Avenger, we got news, very interesting news actually, that they're planning on rebooting the whole Toxic Avenger stuff.
I heard, and they want to bring in my favorite tiny guy.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. But as who? I couldn't find as who.
From from what I'm assuming, according to this article, like it doesn't necessarily say that.
Right. I wasn't sure if I misread it, and I was like, wait, they're not telling me who he is. And I looked at other articles, and I couldn't find like he's just in it as of right now.
From what I'm seeing, it's saying he is starring. So
right,
that he
so
is starring.
He's one of the main characters. That does not mean he is the toxic Avenger.
I would hope that's not just it, but it would be interesting to see if he was actually the toxic Avenger.
Right, and I would like them to say that. I wouldn't like them to keep that like a secret.
But honestly, I think he is, being that they're saying that he is the star. He is 2-star in Legendary Toxic Avenger.
He could literally be the sidekick of the top. Like this could go anywhere, is what I'm saying. Yeah. I would have actually liked them to announce him as the Toxic Avenger, but that's only because I'm a fangirl for Peter Dinklage.
Right. That's fair.
So, yeah, that's where I kind of like, if I find out he's like one of the scientists to the Toxic Avenger, I'm gonna be like.
Right, yeah, that would be interesting if that was the case.
Right, but I am crossing my fingers that he is, because that would be so exciting.
Yeah, it would change a lot. It
would change so much, and I would appreciate the change, because that means they'll keep the solid main focuses, but they'll put it in another dimension. And I totally like geekgasm over that, like take the same idea but evolve it in a different direction.
Right. Yeah, that would be very interesting to see if that's what
totally
they would
love
do.
that.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I'm excited for it. I want to see what they're gonna do with it.
Me too. Totally.
Then the other thing.
Oh my god, there's only 2 surviving.
No, technically, yeah, there's only 1 actually.
No, I mean like us right now on our
well, yeah,
me and you. Oh, yeah. Me, I'm just the one. You're not counting yourself.
Yeah, I don't count myself. Yeah.
I always count myself.
Yeah.
Should work on that, Steve.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I try.
You matter.
Yeah, sometimes. But I guess the final piece for this week is something that's very interesting. Is that we've seen Oscar Isaac doing a bunch of shit, and he's been in the Star Wars, of course. But he's also in Dune, that's coming out on. It's gonna be on fucking HBO Max next year.
Max.
Yeah, and then he is also gonna be in what was the one that what the fuck was it? My brain isn't working very well right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Moon Knight. Moon Knight. He's gonna be in Moon Knight next year.
I have no idea what that is.
It's also a Marvel show that's coming to Disney Plus. He's gonna be in that. But we also got news that he's gonna be starring as Solid Snake from the Metal Gear Solid series.
Yes.
That is fucking amazing. That is amazing casting right now for that. Like, I
honestly don't know, and I was really curious to see what your reaction and Brian's and Alex was, but they're not here for that. Because I saw it and I was like, okay, because I know that Snake has like a hardcore following. He literally has a cult that respects him as a game character, which is awesome. So I was really curious what you guys thought of the casting, because I have no say.
I'm very excited for it because, of course, I honestly, the original is one of my favorites. And then seeing the fact that he's gonna be playing the titular character, pretty much, Solid Snake, is fucking great.
Right, he's like one of the main sergeants, right?
Yeah.
Or captains. I'm sorry.
It's
do not good. Burn me, but I do know he's a respectable character.
He is. And the fact that he's going to be doing it, and the fact that this game is one of those games that's been around forever, and it's had many different iterations to it. Seeing that he's going to be part of that whole franchise, and the fact that like this franchise is one of those franchises that actually lends itself to being a movie and not something that
This
works.
franchise, I even know who he is, and I know
Yeah.
he's a respectable character.
Yeah.
You know, that I
So,
was like, okay, I'm really curious to see how excited or not excited, because he is. That's like taking. Oh my god, everyone's gonna hate me. Taking the main character from like Halo.
Master Chief.
And Master Chief. There we go. And giving it to the guy who sparkled as a vampire.
Okay, that's like giving him to Batman. That's
maybe
who he is.
Because like I've watched Halo games.
Yeah,
I've watched Halo games, so like I see how intense that character has been in those cutscenes. I'm awful. And that would be a terrible casting. He would not be real good casting. So because I've only heard of Snake and his amazing accomplishments in console, that I'm happy that you say you personally got a casting that you like.
Yeah, I actually I'm a huge fan of it. I'm very excited to see what they're gonna do with it, because of course I'm a huge fan of Oscar Isaac himself. Like he's a really good actor, and he's pretty much done everything fucking good. Like I haven't seen him do anything really bad as far as like, oh, he sucked in this movie or he sucked in that movie. He's pretty good in all this shit.
Okay, awesome,
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So seeing him doing one of these iconic roles is fucking great.
Yeah, it's definitely something I know I want to see.
Yeah.
But I am definitely going to ask the fans what they think of it, because we
should put it out there and ask people like, hey, what do you guys think?
Yeah, because as a video game lover, seeing certain video games come to life, I understand and respect the anguish that follows when you guys are not happy with the product. And I say anguish, not sparingly.
Yeah, well, that's kind of how people felt about the Assassin's Creed when they came out in theaters.
Yeah.
Or like how people are about the Resident Evil movies.
I actually played that game.
Yeah. Yeah. Or how people are about the Resident Evil movies. The diehards that are into the game.
Right, which I totally get. I like the first one only as a guilty pleasure. And I judge myself every time I watch it. I can't be sober when I watch the first one. And it's usually during my Halloween, rampage of movies. It's like mixed in there. But yeah, they're all garbage.
They're fun garbage, though. They're fun garbage.
They are. They're the guilty pleasure, but I haven't gotten past like 3. So I've only watched one multiple times.
I've seen them all multiple times.
Oh my god! I'm gonna clap for you.
Yeah, I've seen them all multiple times.
The only one I've seen multiple times is number 1.
Yeah.
Because I love, and I've mentioned this before, the way Michelle Rodriguez looks when she turns as a vampire. And a zombie. Sorry. Oh my god. I think I'm drunk. Anyway, when she turns into a zombie. And then I also love the mansion. The mansion was good for the first 5 seconds they showed it. And that's about and the elevator scene.
Yeah, the elevator scene was pretty dope. I also liked when they cut him up with the cubes. That was fun.
Yes, I forgot about that. That was fun too. The cube dicing.
And
that's the only reasons why I watched the first one on Halloween. Like that's fun. The rest of the movie, I'm doing things. It's the background noise.
Nah, I enjoyed it. I like it. I thought it was fun. But
Steve, is that all your news? Because I got something to mention.
What you got?
I have where am I right now? We already talked about that. Warner Brothers wanting to destroy movies. We talked about Matthew Lillard. Okay, here we are. We are now talking about Pauly Shore is reaching out to Disney. Okay, by the way, did not know Encino Man was brought to you by Disney. Okay, and please do not do the math. I grew up watching Encino Man, renting Encino Man. Actually, I didn't get to see it in theaters. Was not there yet. I rented it, and I loved it. So Pauly Shore is reaching out to Disney for a part 2. As cheesy as it sounds, I'm actually on board if they do it right. Like seriously, like if they do some type of plot where like you have Encino Man, you have Pauly Shore, and you have Sam the Hobbit, and someone else ends up finding a cave woman in the ice. And like they run up to them and go, please don't throw it out. It's still alive. I feel like that's a good segue into whatever garbage they give me later.
Fantastic segue. It'd be fucking good.
Right. If they do the opening right. You know what I mean? Like that's what I see in my brain.
They could find out that that's like his long lost daughter that's been frozen forever.
That would be
he's actually like assimilated to be like a regular dude, and he's like,
and
oh,
he wants
shit.
to turn her into a regular dude.
Yeah, that would be.
That would also be fucking amazing. So there we go. There we go. We have 2.
Cut the check.
We have 2 different stories. Let's put a pin in that. If they take them, we can sue. But they're really good.
Cut the motherfucking check now.
Right. Thank you, because that's more creative than Disney could probably come up with by themselves. Yeah. And
but it's also Pauly Shore too, and he's a pretty creative dude himself.
If they give him the creative boundary, right now it's only a proposal.
Right. Yeah,
and I'm on board, and I really hope they jump on board because I am a huge Pauly Shore fan. I'm a huge Brandon Fraser fan. And I would love, as a fangirl, to see them in the film. Like, I know Brandon Fraser is in Doom Patrol, but he's inside a machine.
He's just a voice.
Right. And I think if they bring him back as Encino Man, they're gonna give him that Iron Man diet, and I get my Brandon Fraser back. And I mean, like from the Mummy.
I doubt they'll do that because, of course, it's the fact that like he's. It's been years since then.
He needs to be slightly buff. If he is not slightly buff,
like a dad bod and shit.
Okay, he is beyond dad bod from the pictures I googled today. So if he could get like slim dad bod, or like maybe.
Slim dad bod,
Star-Lord bod, and like
people Star-Lord is buff as fuck, dude.
He was literally 2 sandwiches away from fat in the last Marvel movie. Okay, so check your references. If they could do that to Brendan Fraser, so and if they could put Pauly Shore back together with like clay and like extensions and like a diet, I would be so happy. The only person
Pauly Shore still looks the same as he used to before. He's just less hair.
No, he looks literally nothing like he did before in
less hair.
In my eyes. Because I used to have a crush on Pauly Shore, and I wouldn't touch him with a stick now. So he needs to lose about 20 pounds and get like a wig, and then we could talk.
Your boy Brian says no body shaming.
I know, but that is what I do. It's not shaming, it's a fact. It's Hollywood. This is why I know I need to work there. They just need to adopt me. But anyway, I'm really excited that Pauly Shore dropped that into the pool of Disney's rehashes because that would actually be something I'm looking forward to. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I watched the remake of Witch Hat. It's like a hairball stuck in my throat. I watched the remake of Witches. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. And I was wondering if you watched it.
Yes, I did. I spoke about it a few episodes ago. I think it was like the week
I
after.
might have missed it from seeing like the thimble.
Mhm.
So that's definitely something I would love to touch upon on What's Popping.
It's popping.
Damn it! I'm thinking about changing it because I keep saying it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's okay.
god.
It's okay.
Anyway, it's
like
popping.
what I can say about it as of right now is like it was okay. It was a lot like the original, and as far as like the story wise, of course, but
yeah,
a lot of things
turning
were
into mice.
yeah. But other than that, like a lot of the shit was like unnecessary. I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was mindless fun.
That okay, and that's why I wanted us to talk about it because I saw it as a straight up insult, and you know, and usually when me and you find ourselves in that arch, that's what you say. It was mindless fun, and and I love it because it's consistent. That's where our fucking vehicles smear off the cliff.
Yeah.
Simultaneously.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that it's not meant for adults. It's strictly meant for children.
My whole thing is like I don't know if we should save it for the chat. I might be giving it all away.
I think we should. We should.
But I was
put a
so
pin
curious.
in that one.
Right, let's put a pin in that. Don't listen to anything Steve said because he's probably going to repeat it later. And I will say nothing. But I was really curious as to what you thought as I saw the credits roll up. I was like, okay, Steve needs to watch this. Because I remember we saw the trailer and you were like, ee! And I was like, the bitch looks like Joker and she's not intimidating. If you're offended by my words, I don't care.
Right.
Because Angelica Houston, right?
Yes.
Is boss.
Yeah. Always has been.
And oh my god, I can't remember her name. The chick from Prada is not boss. And I called that from the moment I saw the poster. Yeah. And her Joker smile. If you're a witch, honestly, from one witch to another, if you're a witch and you can't hide your scars, then bitch, go back and watch The Craft and get your basic witch on. Like, how do you not like?
You also got to think about it. It was also in the 50s.
I don't care. Angelica Houston did not have Joker scars because her magic apparently was boss.
See, but that one was actually a little closer to the present time, not necessarily in the 50s, and also they didn't.
Okay, first of all,
I'm talking about the movie. I'm not talking about the book. I'm talking about as far as the movie wise.
Okay.
Their mouths didn't open up the way that they did.
Wait, time. I want to do that on Earth. We can't do it now. We gotta wait for that juicy later.
Okay.
Because I know it's there. I know it's there.
Okay.
So that's why I'm bringing it up now because I know me and you could like go on for hours about it because me and you were both on the fence, but yet fans of it. So I'm done now because we're getting into it, and I just want to do that on It's Popping. But I'm excited because you just went off just like I want interaction. I miss it.
Okay. All right, so I guess that wraps it up pretty much for this week. So make sure you guys go to InnerCityGeeks.net where we gotta go bunch of shit sometimes. Of course, we got this show. We have It's Poppin'. We also have Franny the film girl, the film
snob.
Yeah,
which is part of It's Popping.
Yeah,
I always say what's popping.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with that, and I came up with the title. I have no idea.
It's all good. But also we also have her other stuff, which is the Franny the film girl stuff on there. So you come check that out over there whenever she posts another one. Also got Bride2J Presents, so you can check that out. We also have the Inner City Geeks webcomic, as well as Turn in the Geeks Turntable, a whole bunch of other shit on there. It's kind of late, so like we've been going on for 3 hours. So, you know what to do. Check out InnerCityGeeks.net. Got a whole bunch of shit on there. Also, at the bottom of the site, we have links to a whole bunch of cool places. You can go to click on one link that takes to Amazon. You can buy a whole bunch of shit on Amazon, or you can get your first month free of Amazon Prime. Because who doesn't like free, right? I love free, and I'm pretty sure you guys would enjoy free as well. So make sure you go do that. If you're into your beardly goodness, you can go check out Beard Octane, get your beard balms, butters, and get your beard looking nice and fluffy like mine. You can go do that. Or you can check out So Sick Clothing Company, where they have a whole bunch of cool shirts and hats and designs and stuff like that for geeks by geeks. So make sure you go check out So Sick Clothing Company.co. So it's So Sick, SOESIC clothing.co. And at checkout, type in Inner City Geeks for 15% off of your entire purchase. And then on Beard Octane, type in ICG10 for 10% off. And then another link that we have on there is for CBDMD, where you get some cool CBD shit for fairly decent prices. So go do that. And then places to listen to the show. You can listen to us on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcast, and on motherfucking Spotify. Then you could find the show on the socials. You could find us on Facey Space, so facyspace.com/InnerCityGeeks, on Instagram at InnerCityGeeks, on Twitter at InnerCityGeeks. And where can we find you guys? Franny, where can we find you?
You could find me on YouTube. I am back and I'm coming with my Monday series of Macabre Mondays, which I'm really, really excited about. So just type in Franny the Fangirl in YouTube search and you will find me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Because I'm asking people to give me suggestions since my latest review that's coming up has to do with Into the Dark on Hulu, which apparently is a series. So I'm asking if anybody would like me to review a particular series because my review is on season 2, episode 2, The Pilgrim. So please check that out. You can also find me on Instagram at Franny_the Fangirl. And you can find me here on Inner City Geeks on It's Popping. Got it right.
Yay.
With Franny the Fangirl. Where I am absolutely, like they said, a film snob in all my rawness. Like, you know, I'm really passive on this show and respect all of my Inner City Geek cast members' opinion, but on that show, I hold back nothing in my judgment of the movies. So you can find me there too. And that's it. I haven't sold my soul yet to Twitter. And I don't know yet if Facebook's outdated.
Yeah, it can be.
Right, I don't know anymore. I really don't. So Instagram and YouTube and here on my babe.
Yeah. Alex, where can we find you, sir?
You can find me on Twitter at Denied, DINYED, and on Instagram at Denied, DIN_Y_ED.
Nice. And you guys can go check out Brian's stuff at Bride2JPresents.com. We got all his stuff over there. There's all his toy videos and stuff. So go check out Bride2J at Bride2JPresents.com, and you can find them on Bride2J Presents on the Instagram and the Twits. So go do that. You can find me on the internet on Inner City Geeks, as well as what the fuck I'm saying. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. Jackal, MISTERJACKAL. Yes, such a long fucking show, but it's okay. It's cool. It's fun.
Dude, we were playing catch up for last week, you know.
Yeah, we really did. We really did. But we also went on tons of tangents. But
it was
it's
fun.
well worth it. It's well worth it. It's definitely well worth it.
Yeah, it was well worth it. My computer acting up, my fucking phone dying, and now I'm on my tablet.
Yeah, basically.
That's my fancy talks for tablet.
I figures. So say your goodbyes, everybody.
Until
Goodbye,
next time,
everybody. Goodbye. What is the closing song, Steve?
A beater saying goodbye.
Oh, what was it? It was good morning, good afternoon, good nights.
Go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? That's what Jim Carrey said in that one movie where it was like so creepy as fuck. I can't remember the title right now.
Truman Show.
Yes, I was gonna say the Herman Show, but I knew that was not right.
Very close.
The Herman
Very
Show
close.
was the Monsters with Fred Gwynn.
I am terrible with names.
Or the Herman Monsters.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, everybody.
And thank you guys. Thank you guys that have been. Yes, thank you guys, everybody that's actually been watching. That's been in the chats, chatting up with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Brian, for being there. Thank you, Charlie, for showing up. Thank you, everybody that's been watching. Greatly appreciate you guys, and everybody that's been listening. Thank you again.
For just being there, because you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Thank you. You
really are.
Yes, and yeah. So in closing, I like to bring some music. Okay, like I always do. Yes, like I always do. And like no other week, this week I'm bringing something that's actually really, really fucking interesting because I didn't know about this band previously. They have 3 different albums out. And the song that I'm going to be playing is from a band called Varsity, but they spell it VRSTY. They're actually a 4-piece from New York, and they're a metal band. Of course, they're a heavy metal band, but they do have a R&B sound on top of it. So it's metal with very clean vocals, which is actually sounds really fucking cool. So I figured I'd share it with you guys because, of course, I like to share the musics because I love the musics. And I like this one. And I really enjoyed this song. And I enjoyed their latest album that came out today. It's called My Brain Isn't Working. That's the name of it. No, it's not. But the name of the song for this episode, for the closing, is called Shameless. And it's fucking dope. So don't be a dick, but always remember that the geeks shall inherit the earth.
Go get Granny. Hello, Steve.
Show's over. He's
done?
I'm back. Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
I
I'm
love
here.
how we're still recording.
Oh, we're still live? Why are we still live? We're supposed to be done.
We're all going to be part of the Avengers.